If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. Lived 1,000 lives, I piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
One, three, four. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm
We're unmuted.
Sure.
Are we?
We're going to give this a
Yeah.
shot.
We're going to give this a try. Hey, everybody. We are flying without a net.
You don't see chat being...
What's that?
Because chat would tell us.
Yeah.
Producer.
Chat. I have no idea how to see
Here,
you.
I
so,
can hear. Let me.
yeah.
I'll pull up the chat on my phone.
Right.
We're making it work, people.
Hey, we're making it work.
We're making it work.
Yeah, so first, let me just say, welcome to Clockwise Court. We'll do a full intro in a second, but technical, wow, these are loud. Technical caveat, we are operating without a producer. I am in charge of the technology. It's going to be great. Gina had an unexpected emergency. She's fine. It's just a house thing. But she had to deal with the thing, and so is not here. So Stu set everything up, and I am clicking buttons, and
We're good. They can hear us.
Apparently, we're awesome. So yeah, so
We've stumbled onto awesome. Yet again.
Right.
Oh, I was going to say,
Thanks,
you said
chat.
awesome. That was a big assumption.
I know, right? Yeah. So I'm going to take off these headphones now. So chat room, let Rob know if something sounds bad.
I mean, no. There's an audio problem.
Yes.
Because this is going to sound bad, but there's audio problems.
Yes. So Rob will sort of monitor chat if he feels like it. He's not obligated to. But yeah. So we won't have a lot of interaction with chat tonight. Apologies, but I have no idea how to do that. So other than to pull it up on my phone, and I'm busy GMing. So all right, I'm taking these headphones off now. Hi, everybody. Official welcome to the Clockwise Court, our Changeling the Dreaming AP here on Happy Jack's RPG. My name is Adam, and I am your storyteller, and this is going to be session 0.5, session 1/2 episode. So we'll story tonight, but it's going to be a prequel, a prequel one-shot. Events happening before our actual story will start. So we're not actually, because I didn't want to do world building, which was next on our agenda. We wanted to do world building, and we were going to do a little bit of jumping in introduction play. But I don't want to do world building without everybody here. So we're going to wait till next time when we have Gina, and we'll do a world building and build Port Estrella and our setting, and establish that whole milieu.
Okay.
And but I didn't want to just not do a thing tonight. So you guys are going to play your characters. This can be very soon after you guys have met. I'll give you a little bit of railroady-ish setup, and then you can kind of go from there. Yeah, I am taking away all of your player agency, Rob.
It's just like being in a game with Jason. It's not. It's a joke.
I was going to say, I played in a game with Jason this last weekend.
Jason is the opposite of railroady.
This is true.
That's exactly right. I was like, I want to go mess with this stuff. Okay.
With the exception of the literal railroad we played for Rainbow Railroad.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been railroaded in a game for
Yeah.
Happy Jacks, which
Yeah.
as someone who gets really sensitive about it,
Right, yeah.
I appreciate.
The thing is, like, for me, like, I'll do it in a setup thing. I'll be like, here's your setup, and I am establishing these parameters, and you're going to create a story within this. But once that setup is done, I'm like, now you go play. So I don't know what that is. And we've, I think, permanently tabled the sandbox open world fish tank debate on the Advice podcast.
I hope not.
So
Tappy and I always went to blows about it.
Right?
Time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So I don't.
Tappy and I are both very passionate about our game.
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't care that
And
much.
we've known each other for like 20 years. So there's a cycle of abuse that's already pre-existing.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I have no idea what it is that I do. I just do my thing, but that's what I do. But you guys are going to have a great amount of freedom to determine what you actually do in this world, in this event. But I'm just going to kind of set it up. But
Okay.
in the meantime, let's introduce ourselves. Why don't we start here?
All right. I'm Jim, and I'll be playing Maimrie Tsoukalos, who is a pixie. Or Piskie, I'm sorry. And her whole thing is that she is the daughter of a prominent cryptozoologist / ancient aliens expert. And what she does is sort of like give glimpses of the dreaming to people to sort of like inspire them to believe in all of these nonsensical Bigfoot things. And she thinks it's the biggest practical joke in the world, and she loves it, but also brings a little bit more wonder into the world because people believe in something fantastic. So that's pretty much her entire deal. She is, and she's basically a teenage girl. She travels the world with her dad, but has actually stopped doing that since now she's going to high school, and her dad figures she needs a little bit more stability.
Okay.
So which is why she is now a fixture here where we're at.
Okay.
And pronounce the name again for me one more time.
Maimrie?
Maimrie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember.
Mamrie.
Nothing but Maimrie.
One of my favorite female
What was the
comedians.
last name?
Tsoukalos, and that's Tsoukalos.
I gave up halfway through.
Try it with
It's
a
all
T.
Greek to me.
It's all Greek to me.
So she's a high schooler. So
Yeah.
okay, all right. All right.
Yeah,
Old enough to drive. Like,
She's around 16, 17.
Around 16,
I
okay.
think Daria
okay.
age group.
I was
Okay.
just imagining, like, old enough to drive, doesn't have the
Yeah.
license, just to see
But drives
Yeah.
anyway. Most
Yeah,
of the time.
that's what it
Nice.
sounds like.
And I'm going to ask a lot more like leading questions and stuff next week or next episode when we do like as we're introducing ourselves when we do world building. So so I'll have many more questions for you guys, but right now just the basics.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to go next, Clara?
Yeah, I just completely forgot that. I'm going to completely screw up the name I use. I'm Clara. Hi. I'm playing Fallon Holgan. I think that's the last name I used. I'm going to double check now.
I think so. Holgan, I think.
I think it's Holgan. Holgar. I'm sorry.
Oh, Holgar.
I was looking between two. Fallon Holgar, which is Sammy last name because I'm playing a troll, and that is the native people of the Scandinavian region. I am gonna get in so much trouble if I got any of that wrong. But they use she, her, they, and they are I guess I wrote hacker. We're going with computer security
Oh, she's a white hat.
specialist, white hat hacker. Possibly graduated early. So
Graduated early or tested out? There's
possibly
a difference.
both. Tested out actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
But they are. I was really upset that I was playing a security officer again, and then I decided a blue security officer again.
Yes. So you're gray, right? Or
No.
did you decided to go with blue?
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle. Okay.
Accuracy
Periwinkle
is
blue.
important.
Periwinkle blue.
Yeah, periwinkle blue. And I think I'm already going to be able to like put upon nanny to the rest of this.
Quite likely. Yep. Oh yeah, and Jim, you went with Unseelie Court right now, right?
Oh God.
Yes, I am Unseelie.
Okay.
You want to go with my legacies as well?
No, that's all right.
All right, cool.
Not right now. We'll talk about those.
But she's a wilder as well. Just
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
Okay. And okay. I think.
I promise these introductions will get smoother as we play.
Well, we're sort of introducing the characters for the first time, so
right,
we're gonna do a
exactly.
little bit more of our bows.
Yeah, and we're going to be running a little bit without context. So so you guys exist in a world together that
Context not important for
right.
storytelling.
Yeah.
So like every game I played in high school ever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, you're in a forest, go.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
And how about you?
Me. So
Who are you?
My name is Rob, IRL.
Yes.
In game, it is Tomas Alloc, ALLOC. Most people just call me Tommy, because again,
Yeah.
they can't do accent marks. It's not Doug. Just clarification's sake. Adam's still angry with me.
No, Yan is still angry with you.
That's
Adam
fair.
adores you.
Okay, good enough. What am I? I am a Sluagh. I am a police detective.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
That's great.
what else do you need to know?
That's kind of it. General age
Appears
appears.
probably like early 50s, like a haggard.
Okay.
Like look seriously, like if you took like Sam Spade out of a noir thing and just kind of popped that, like the deep jowls, like the haggard eyes, like the deep pockets, that kind of thing.
Super
Yeah.
Sluagh, yeah.
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 We're not
Right.
Googling Sam Spade right now.
Oh my god. No, you make me feel old, you people.
Take the word Sam Spade, replace with noir detective.
Yeah,
and you're
No,
fine.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Jim, you're gonna play Maimrie like Clara.
He doesn't look that old.
And what is Fallon's apparent age?
I kind of wanted to play kind of age ambiguous, so
Okay.
the kind of person who was like 30 since they were 15.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So young but adult.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a grump for seeming.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what that actually was, because it started out as like their age, but then it's like, no, it's their demeanor.
No, when I was 16, I looked just like this, just without the gray.
Yeah, I've looked like this.
I would buy
since
beer at
15.
16 without any problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
I actually walked into one of my sophomore classes with my suit on because I was going to Mall UN and pretended I was the teacher for the first few minutes of the class, and everybody believed me.
Wow.
I love it. Model UN was the cool kids when I was growing up, though. So.
Model UN was never the cool kids.
The cool kids.
Just, I'm letting you know. Like, I'm sure from one perspective it looked like it, but Model UN was never the cool kids.
No, that was never the cool kids.
Is Detective Tommy? Is he Wilder,
Tommy
Grump,
is the shit.
Childling?
He is a grump.
Grump.
He
Okay.
is a grump.
Can you, like, you know how sometimes they have like kids, detectives, and like people come to your school and like teach you about safety?
Yeah.
Are you just imagining Detective Tommy showing up and being like,
Yeah. So odds are most of you are going to get raped sometime in your life. So I'm here to prepare you psychologically.
No.
100%
No.
the premise of...
No, that was from Reno 911.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking of the,
So good.
oh god, John Mulaney thing.
Oh yeah, that
Street
one.
smarts.
Street smarts. That poor cop is still alive. Like, what the hell, man?
I was just trying to help.
Spend an hour in your comedy routine making fun of me.
I would too.
Yeah, that's an amazing experience.
God, I remember those drills. Not drills, but like I remember all those like, don't talk to strangers. And I'm like, you're definitely a stranger telling us not to talk to strangers. And now I order someone from my phone to pick me up from my house.
Yeah, some random Armenian dude going up. I pick you up now.
Yeah. I call strangers and get into their cars all the time.
Bring me food.
Yeah. Take me to my house where I
Postmates was
live.
awesome. We used it first time at last con. Oh my god, so much better.
Game changer.
Game
Right.
changer. But $150 later.
Yeah, just for
Got
Red
food
Robin.
for a bunch of people. So
Okay, so we have our cast of characters. So a lot of Port Estrella we're going to leave to discuss next time. So we are going to start in the middle of a journey. The three of you have been summoned to the court of Queen Ilios, who is the queen of the kingdom of Pacifica, and her seat is in Care Angeles or Los Angeles.
Awesome.
So is she the queen of the angels?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, she would be.
I would ask you to
I was
spell
born in
her
her.
name,
Uh-huh.
but to be honest, I'm assuming there's like a silent C.
There is not, actually. No.
All right.
It's A-I-L-I-O-S.
A-L-I-I.
A-I-L.
Whoa, hold on.
I-O-S.
A-I-L.
I think that was my self-insert character for
I-O-S.
Fanfiction OS 15. I don't know, I'm picking on 15
Cool.
today.
Got it. I'll figure it out. It's phonetic.
It figures that her name sounds like ale.
Right, I know, right? Yeah, right. I didn't create this character, actually.
Double figures.
Queen Ilios has asked the three of you to come and speak to her. Due to the fact that there is someone that your motley, the four of you. So the person you're missing is Charlie, Charlie the Selkie. She is staying in Port Estrella to watch over the freehold and hold down the fort, so to speak, while the three of you go see the queen and answer the summons. Right? But the queen has summoned the three of you because someone that you're all quite familiar with, a local scamp, if you will.
A ragamuffin.
A ragamuffin. Scamp in the sense of a malcontent, a ne'er-do-well.
Let's just throw all those words.
All
out
those
there.
words. Yeah, yeah.
Dick.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Basically, the local Mr. Bean, has. There are questions regarding this character. I want the three of you to tell me who this character is. And,
okay,
I'm so inclined to make him another teenager.
I think
A
he
teenager?
should be the leprechaun type because they're all like,
oh yeah,
I want to fight.
a
stuff.
clericon.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
I think that would be a cool idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. That gives me a chance to do my Irish accent.
Yes!
Yes.
Can we please have him be a teenage leprechaun?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's important to me
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
That or a preteen leprechaun, which would be worse.
Yeah.
This becomes an after-school special where it's like had a lot of
Let's
fun
go with teen just
Yeah.
to give him he's like 16 or 17, so
Yeah.
just so he's old enough to get around by himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of
Old
course.
enough
Yeah.
to cause some shit.
Yeah. And he's definitely unseelie court.
Oh yeah. This court is sealing.
Yeah, Queen Ilios is a Sealy court.
Okay.
Um,
Am I the only unsealy in the group? Or
no.
Okay, cool.
We actually have 3 unsealy. We have only 1 Sealy right now.
I'm unseelie-ish.
Ish,
Like
yeah.
I'm very.
I just have unsealy tendencies.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I'm on the cusp, right?
Like,
He's
what's
uncurious.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's cool.
The only reason I chose unseelie for my character is because she views people as playthings,
Yeah.
and that's very unseelie.
Absolutely, very much so.
crack
So
it
okay.
down?
Do you have enough info for the leprechaun?
A little bit. So what's his name? Or do you want me to come up with a name while you guys figure out how you know him?
I don't want to come up with a name that I think is going to sound Irish.
Newt.
Newt.
That's a great
Newt.
Newt.
Is it short for anything?
Newton.
Well,
There you go.
no, Newt. Knute. So
Oh,
Famous-
Knute.
famous coach for the Fighting Irish was Newt Rockney.
I like it.
I
Okay.
also see him as sort of like this new wave punk rocker type of kid with the ripped up Misfits T-shirt and
Right. Yeah.
spiky hair.
Yeah, but that
If
Misfits
we-
t-shirt
if we-
is definitely from Hot Topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. If we do it now, it will be like the ripped up Blink 182
There you
T-shirt. Yeah. I know. I'm attacked.
I'm feeling really attacked right now.
I love Blink.
Excuse you.
No. I love Blink too, but the same way that we ripped up the Clash shirts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're ripping up Blink 182
Okay.
shirts.
Excuse you, it was good, Charlotte.
There was nothing good about
No,
Charlotte.
it's a skinny puppy shirt.
Right? Yeah.
I will fight you.
That goes back
On
to
how
my
bad
high
your
school
punk was.
days with
Nah.
the skinny puppy shirts. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
So he's like totally into like the whole anarchy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the anarchy. Okay. Yeah.
He's
But
part
it's
of the
not
anarchy
like-
club at his high school.
It's like it's dumb anarchy where you're like, why would you do that? Like,
Yeah.
that's just like there's no. It's not like fuck the government anarchy. It's
Right,
not like
yeah.
fuck authority anarchy. It's just getting in people's way.
It's
Anarchy.
just a kink for chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like
Yeah.
like a mini Joker. There's
Yeah.
no real agenda. He just wants to sow trouble.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the shirt. It's the Why So Serious shirt.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kink, Kink for Chaos would be a great band name.
Great band name, actually.
That's actually that is his band's name.
Yes.
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 King for
Great.
Chaos.
King for Chaos.
KAOS.
That's
Yeah.
why he's
Oh,
in
yeah,
LA,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That's what I assume. My band has a
yeah.
show.
It's like we totally got this gig.
Oh my god. Yeah. High school Claire was really
But
into this guy.
but
Oh,
what
it's,
would
it's a 4, the number 4. Kink for
for
Chaos.
God, I hate him so much.
K4K.
so much.
But actually, I love Chaos.
I love him, actually.
Like
He's
KAOS
amazing.
because it's get smart.
And his name is
Exactly.
Canute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Canute. Newt.
So
Okay.
here's a question.
All right.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
What on earth would a little shitbag like that do to get the attention of the fucking queen?
Well, you leave that up to me.
Okay. All right. Cool.
That
Cool.
I have plans for. I just didn't know who he was.
Yeah. Look at Adam taking away our agency.
Yeah. Just ripped it right out of your cold dead hands.
Yeah, we didn't get to come up with anything just
Yeah,
now.
shit.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay.
dumb.
So
My agency is my precious.
so Newt is a resident of Port Estrella. So the few things that we do know about Port Estrella right now, we know it's a seaside town. It is an actual port. It's got a natural harbor. It's not a big port. It's mostly like fishing and recreational boating, and we do know that it's sort of middle class, but like a little upper because it's seaside, so it can command a lot more property value.
That's like going to California real estate because that's a whole other game.
Oh God,
Except
yeah.
for when it's mudslide season.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, and we mentioned last time it's about 100,000 people, so it's a decently sized
good
city.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably about maybe like 15, 20 changelings or so
Oh, wow.
in the area.
Oh, okay.
That's a good
So,
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty decent amount. There's something. Well, part of it is. So Port Estrella is a kind of crossroads of a major trod. So a trod is a path through the dreaming. So there's actually an ocean trod that you can sail all the way from Japan to directly to Port Estrella.
That's cool.
And the trip takes about a day on the ocean.
Oh, okay.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So for changelings, this is a very important place. There is a very very powerful freehold here, or so there's a font of glamour that comes up in this place where this freehold is at the terminus of this trod.
Okay.
Water spraying. He's washing stuff.
Yeah.
Stu's been very active with the hose tonight. So.
Yeah.
You know.
They told me to rub the lotion on the skin.
Right.
I don't know.
That's what
I've been told,
Yeah. By the way, I do want somebody to
yes.
clip where all of us just started looking one way off camera.
That would be amazing.
So good.
Because it's all looking away from me, actually.
Yeah.
On the-
Everybody intent on you.
It's kind of amazing. I don't usually get to see the screen. It's kind of cool. So Port Estrella is very important to changelings. So not that important in the mortal world. Kind of just average, nice but average in the mortal world. But to changelings, Port Estrella is very important. Now, one of the things that we're going to establish when we do world building and relationships next time, when we have all four of you here, we're going to talk about what it was, is the thing that the four of you did to be recognized and to be put in charge of this freehold and Port Estrella.
Okay.
So, but all we know right now is that recently, maybe like 6 months ago or so, the four of you, you three and Charlie, were put in charge of the freehold at Port Estrella. And you've become kind of a big deal in the Kingdom of Pacifica. And that can have an effect on you that we'll talk about, or, you can decide. Maybe it's gone to your head. Maybe you kind of hate it. Maybe it's really annoying. Maybe it's just a bunch of extra duties and you don't really get the joy of it. But nevertheless, you four enjoy some privilege of authority and in Port Estrella, but also some intense rights or some intense responsibilities of authority as well. Yeah? So, yeah. However you personally,
like, no.
yeah. However you personally react to that is totally up to you. But it's very recent at this point. We'll decide when we start the game, or when we do the world building session. We'll decide how long ago it really was. It'll be at least a year. So the events of today's story will take place at least 6 months before our actual game, or our actual campaign, I should say.
Okay.
We are actually playing a game right now. It's real. It's true.
It's happening, people.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's important to establish what is true.
I will not be stopped. So, in that respect, Newt, as one of the residents of Port Estrella, went to LA several weeks ago, and now the Queen has summoned the three of you here to answer something about Newt. You've not been told what it is.
Fair.
You've only been told your presence has been your presence is required at the court of Queen Aelios at your earliest possibility regarding your subject Newt. Newt Barkley.
Just for clarification, you used the word subject.
Yes.
In reference to a citizen of the town of which we monitor a freehold.
Yes. Yeah. The court.
Yeah.
The courts of the Fae.
Yeah.
Consider the four of you to be basically the titular rulers of this little spot.
All right.
So you're like dukes, or not dukes, but like
Barons.
yeah, you're like barons.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Note
yeah.
tiara at all times.
Okay, now I feel really attacked.
You're just so Gina's playing a Selkie, and Jim is playing the princess in the tiara, and Clara feels like her entire milieu
Let's
is
just
in
do
the
this.
game.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Take that.
mine-
I'll take that.
My entire identity is on that side of the table. It's
It'll be
fine.
like looking in a mirror.
I don't know that I want to do that.
Who does? She's smart because nobody wants to do that.
Right?
I game to get away from who I am.
Good call.
Right?
Ditto.
That's fine. I will bring you a tiara next time, though.
I have my own. Thank
Oh, even better.
Okay. So yes. So
Something's
in
okay,
the
like
eyes of the
princess.
court,
Okay.
the four of you are barons of Port Estrella.
Okay.
So many responsibilities.
Whether or not you actually act like that, whether or not you actually establish any kind, like the typical feudal system in your town, that's up to the four of you, and it may be. We will decide when we do the world building that one of you has been put in charge, like in real charge, for whatever reason. that's a thing we can all decide together. Right now, we're going to kind of just gloss over that, and just the 4 of you are responsible for this spot, and Newt being from that spot
It's generally our subject, and therefore
is your responsibility. Yeah,
Okay.
in the eyes of the court, and they're the ones who put you there. So, yeah.
Just for clarification, we can execute him? Like, I'm not going to. It's not my character style. Rob is curious if we can just execute him. Like, if that's a possibility within the realm of...
No.
Okay.
No. Because it's very important that every Fey soul
That's
is
true.
precious.
Because then the
Yeah.
dream will be over.
Right.
Hey
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Hey now.
The wilders among you, like, can actually like get away with that, but it is very important that at least the Fey soul remain alive and reborn. So
Okay.
you're generally expected to keep things smooth and happy,
Yeah.
not be a problem.
Nope.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do that.
So, yes.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Yeah.
But we like have the authority to assign things like community service.
You have pretty broad range of authority
Awesome.
within Port Estrella. Yeah.
We're sending you to military academy.
Yeah, I was like, is there a oh wait.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind though, while you have authority over the Fey part of Newt, you don't have authority over Newt's mortal side.
Where are this boy's parents?
So, yeah.
Well, tell on his mom so fast.
That may be an avenue of discipline that you would choose to enforce. But
Why do I just see this turning into a Twisted Sister video? Like, I don't...
I have no problem with that, honestly.
okay.
So, how
Yes.
far is Estrella from
150
LA
miles.
It's about
in hours?
it's about a hour and a half drive,
Oh.
5 hours in
So-
traffic.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
We've
what's
taken a
that?
Pacific Surfliner.
Yeah. It's
It's
pretty
about
much
10 hours.
like the way that, because I drove up the coast not too long ago, so I was thinking about this game on a long, lonely thing. And there's like, it's not Cochina, but it sounds like Cochina. But there's a small town off of the 101 that had like that major landslide where it like took over like 3 blocks of houses a couple
Right.
years
Yeah.
ago. But this one, so it's kind of like it's almost that far, but but this is more closely associated with like Carpinteria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like from like the upper middle class, it's bigger.
Yeah.
It's right on the beach. The freeway runs right through it. So like the river.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's what I have in my mind is Carpinteria for anybody that online that can look up pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah.
I was also thinking Monterey. That kind of
Yeah, it's Monterey. We're the Monterey of
Yeah.
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lovely place. People really like being there.
That's because it's magical.
Yeah, it is magical. It's very important about
That's
Port
the
Estrella.
motto on that's the city motto.
Yeah.
It's magical.
It's magical.
Magical.
It's magical.
There's glitter everywhere.
No, that's the valley. It's totally different. So
So the 3 of you have been called to court. You arrive at court. You're ushered into parking. It's $16 for parking, and then you have to like cross the freeway on a walkover bridge and then take a train up to the castle. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you're at the Getty.
Right.
So the Getty Museum,
that's fantastic.
right? Yeah.
Pretty
So-
freaking
Because
cool.
it's a white hat castle on a hill.
It's
That's what it
beautiful.
looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
So for mortals, the mortal seeming is it is a big, beautiful art museum on the top of a hill that overlooks the entirety of Los Angeles and the whole ocean, and Santa Monica all the way up to Malibu. On a clear day, you could almost see to Port Estrella.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful modern white museum complex. You take a little tram up from the parking down at the base of the hill, and that's really the only way to get up there, other than to walk the little winding road that they use golf carts on.
And it's all uphill, and it sucks.
Yes, it does. I have walked it myself. Yeah, the tram was broken, and they're like, you can either like get refunded parking and go home, or you can walk. And I'm like, I'm walking. I'm here.
I'll walk as long as you pay for the heart transplant.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
At the end of it.
But it is quite a hike. But as you three are getting up to it, you see the face-seaming of this entire complex, and it is similar in layout, but the tram is actually a carriage pulled by 4 Pegasi that are. They basically are sort of bridled to a little gondola, and you get in the gondola, and they fly you up to the gates of the castle. And the castle is it's not a modern building. And when I say modern, I mean modern is in the style, not modern is in
Amenities.
recent.
New, yeah.
But it's not in the modern style. It is a like Gothic neoclassical
European.
castle, like a literal castle. If you know Neuschwanstein Castle,
Yes, absolutely.
very similar to
Yeah.
that.
Awesome.
It's yeah,
Okay.
it's the one like I think the castle in Cinderella
Cinderella's
is
based
based
off
on.
of it.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's on the
Yeah.
cover of the Falkenstein book too. I think.
Yeah, it's my favorite castle. I want to go
Yeah,
see
it's
it
gorgeous.
someday so bad.
It's the fairy tale castle.
Right, exactly. It is the fairy tale castle, and it is on the top of this hill, overlooking the entirety of Los Angeles, on both sides of the Sepulveda Pass. So you can see kind of forever in all different directions from this location. So, but you're greeted by liveried servants in the purple and gold colors of Queen Ailios.
Okay.
What?
Just thinking,
Oh,
who picked the Lakers colors then?
Yeah, I'm a little offended by that. Personally.
should they be blue and white?
Damn right they should. For your Los Angeles Clippers.
I thought that was the Dodgers or blue.
Well,
and white.
Dodgers are blue and
I
white.
think with
But
purple,
Clippers have...
purple, silver, and black is also a really good color
Yeah,
combo.
whatever, no one's a Raider fan.
I was going with the
Some are
Kings.
Kings, actually.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I was jumping to another sport that
That's
actually,
fair.
is good.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll do you one better. Whatever your character's personal favorite LA-based team is,
That's what it looks
that's
like.
what colors they look like. Yeah.
So there's a constant shimmer going on. Like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Everything's in black and white to me because sports are dumb.
Right. Yeah.
But black and white is still almost the Raiders and the Kings. So, yeah. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So they appear in your sport's favorite colors.
It is the City
yeah.
of Champions.
It is
Yeah,
a chitty,
Just
yeah.
like Inglewood.
Right. Yeah. What?
Inglewood's motto is the City of Champions.
Aw.
Because the forum was actually
Yeah.
in Inglewood. So
This
So
whole
cute.
game is
Yeah.
just going to be us making
I know.
weird, obscure LA
I'm sorry,
references.
guys. I'll stop.
For all our European viewers, that's
Well, hey, hold on. In all fairness, they got a castle in the middle of our city.
Right. Yeah.
So they couldn't have adapted it a little bit more to be like Adobe or like the local stylings. No, instead they had to take the colonist route.
Yeah.
And just completely come in and adapt their style onto our land, and I'm a little disappointed.
I was
by
going to
that.
be offended, but I really love Spanish-style homes, that I remembered how they got here.
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. So, so Castle Getty sits at the top of the mountain, overlooking the entirety of Los Angeles, and this is the seat of Queen Ailios, who is the ruler of Pacifica, which is all of Washington, Oregon, and California.
Oh, wow.
So the
entire
coast.
the
Okay.
entire West Coast, down to like the tip of Baja, Mexico.
Okay.
Cool.
But not Mexico itself, and
just the
just
isthmus.
Baja, the
Yeah.
Baja Peninsula.
Peninsula.
Yeah, and a little bit up into Canada
Like Vancouver.
before it gets cold.
Yeah.
Before it gets too cold. Well.
Isn't it the Kingdom of Ice? All of Canada is like one kingdom.
Yeah. I like to break up so they have, if anybody's interested, the Changeling book. It like details like every part of the U.S. and Europe and what their kingdoms are and all that. I like to break them up because they're very much based on like the current political borders.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, let's mix it up a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, someone who's in the SCA, like, I'll never get any of that straight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's completely messed up from what I'm already used to.
Right, yeah. Because to me, like, Pacifica ends at the desert. Like, you know, it doesn't extend all the way to the edge of California.
Yeah. It's a different terrain.
Right, it's a different terrain. So, and nobody wanted that. So
It's another freehold.
Right, yeah. So, the three of you are brought up in the gondola, flying magically up to the Castle Getty, and at the gates, you are met by a herald who asks you your names, and then he shows you into the. It takes you in through the gates and takes you to up these large, beautiful marble steps, sort of into this central courtyard, and walks you over towards one of the buildings, a small building next to the big, large castle keep. From inside, it's even more beautiful, because not only do you have the gorgeous views all around, but you see these tall, slender towers, just spiraling up from various locations. There's 7 of them in total, and they just kind of jut out of these lovely white brick buildings with tiled roofs.
The roofs in the heart.
You know, she's damn right.
You're right, yeah. Yep.
What? I didn't do anything.
It's Modelo roofs.
Right. And the roofs the tiles on the roofs are beautiful jewel-toned painted clay tiles. And all of the windows have stained glass in each of them, and just sort of they're garlands, floral garlands, just streaming from one tower to another, just all the way around this courtyard. It is a fantasy, a Fae court fantasy. Culmination of everything that is beautiful and glorious and magical about the Fae. There are little flying Fae, tiny little wisps flying all over the place, glowing in various colors. There are huge troll guards that kind of stand at various spots, looking resplendent in their liveried armor. You see a whole workshop with boggards and they're actually boggards.
Yep.
Or boggins. I guess they're boggins.
I know. I was gonna say fat guys that sing.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
yeah.
all
There
about it.
too.
It's fantastic.
Buy their merch.
Right? Yeah. I know. I keep seeing boggins, and I'm thinking in my head boggards all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're actually slightly different in here.
Well, they're the
boggards
little
are
cobbler
monsters.
guys that do the work over.
But yeah,
for you.
exactly. Yeah.
Kind of fairy
So yeah, they're
crafters.
yeah, exactly.
Elves,
The
that sort of
shoemaker's
thing.
elves, exactly. Yeah, Santa's elves. So generally,
Oompa Loompas.
right?
Yeah.
Right? Actually, I just saw this really cool thing about that Willy
was
Wonka.
at Hogwarts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Willy
yep,
Wonka
yep.
is part of the Harry Potter
Universe. Yeah.
going before the Wizengamot. Yeah, it's cute. Anyway, but yeah, so there are boggins and knockers in this workshop area and a blacksmith shop. You see a mixed group of Fae of various kith, about 6 of them, all over in one side of the courtyard rehearsing a song. There are gardeners. It's kind of a buzz with life.
Bustling.
It's a bustling, beautiful, beautiful courtyard of a working castle.
But just so I can get a clear look. At the same time, though, we're seeing visitors to the Getty, like mortal visitors to the Getty, like having their lunches in the courtyard, kind of just laid on top of it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like double vision.
Okay.
You also see the mortal seeming, and it is a normal afternoon with visitors to the Getty, people dressed in normal everyday clothing, having no knowledge or concept of the things going on in the Fae seeming.
Okay,
and they're just walking around, looking at art, looking at the architecture, having picnics on the lawn, and a lot of them are tourists. You see all these tourists with cameras everywhere. Everybody's got a selfie stick.
Yep.
You know, it's the typical LA residents and tourists touring this world famous museum at the same time that this Fae world is going on.
Yeah.
And only people like you can see both of them. So you guys and the other Fae that are here.
Before we actually get started in this whole thing, Maimrie would like to, as she usually does when she comes here, replace all the SIM cards on the pre-recorded tour things with things that she put in that are complete misinformation and flights of fantasy. And she does that every time she shows up. So if you want to have somebody stop her, are you doing that again? It's fine, but that's what she's doing.
Okay. What is your procedure for doing that?
My procedure for doing that is to use either legerdemain or chicanery to distract whoever's over there. Just slip back over there and just switch out a couple.
So you go into the little touristy spot,
little kiosk where you pick up the things.
The little recording.
Little pre-recorded things.
And you do. So just to be sure, this is actual like a physical thing that you do, or is it a magic? It's not a magic.
It's not a magic. I'm just effing with normals.
Okay, all right.
Just a dick.
Yeah, I'm just a dick.
Effing with the normals. All right.
Yeah.
Just
Why don't you give me a manipulation plus subterfuge roll, or you could do wits instead of manipulation if you like.
Great.
Wits or manipulation plus subterfuge to. To try and see what you can do. And before you roll, let me tell you guys all, the default difficulty is 6. So if I do not say otherwise, you're looking for 6 and higher on the dice. Okay. So that's generally what you're looking for. A 1 success is enough to get it done, but just barely. And probably cause complications. So like a success with cost at 1 or 2. So success with a pretty like a serious cost if you only get 1 success. 2 successes makes it a success with a minor cost. 3 is you did it. It's not great. It's not awesome, but it's done. 4 is you did it and slightly better than expected. 5 is gangbusters. Couldn't have been more beautiful. And then beyond that is just extra awesomeness.
Yeah, everything is like 5 and plus is just like gravy.
Yeah. So, and I may, so.
Are you doing botches? Are you getting the ones to take away successes?
Ones take away successes, yeah. The only way you can botch is if you,
have more ones than successes.
If you have more ones than successes, yes. So, yeah, and that's just catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
If you have a miss, or if you just don't get any successes, but you also don't have any ones, then you just don't manage to do the thing, and there may be consequences of the fact that you couldn't do it, but yeah. So that's generally the system. You will almost always, you will build a dice pool with an attribute and an ability, and I will usually tell you what that is. You're welcome to suggest. You can be like, does it have to be wits? Can I use manipulation instead if I don't give you an option?
Yeah, if you can justify
Yeah, if you can say, how am I doing this? I do want you to say, like, I want to use this attribute because I'm doing it this way, or this is what I'm going for. So I'm going to ask you for a couple of rolls.
Okay.
So the first one, which is the subterfuge roll, is going to be to see how good you are at managing, getting the distraction happening.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
then we'll probably do a Dex plus Legerdemain to see how well you switch out before you're. Yeah.
I would do Dex plus larceny.
Oh. Yeah.
Because that's like pickpocketing
Yes.
and sleight of hand. And
Oh, okay. Yeah. Larceny. Yes.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. I only rolled one below the bottom. At the
Wow.
bottom.
Good
job,
Lord.
man.
Okay. All right.
Holy
Yeah.
I was going to ask about making sure that didn't happen, but I don't really want to. I also didn't want to begin with. It just felt like something
I
should
know,
pay attention to.
right? Yeah. Yeah. So, So, what do you do to distract the docent that manages the little
Kiosk.
booth handing out the?
Firecrackers. No. I basically. So I'm looking at the guy and I'm trying to find a way in, and he's sort of like checking out this girl that's in line.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I just start a conversation between them,
Oh,
and I get them going.
Yeah.
And I just feed him some stuff, and while he's like literally trying to get the Mac on, I just sneak in behind him while and do the thing.
Nice. Okay. All right. Give me
So the
yeah.
scene is me reaching into my jacket pocket, and there's like some SIM cards, and there's like level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4.
Oh.
How bad I want to be. So I'm
What
like,
are you going
okay,
for?
I'm just gonna go for a level 2, because I have been summoned by the queen.
Right.
But I still want to have my fun, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And that's dexterity and larceny.
Yeah. And because you got more than 5 successes, add an extra die for the extra
Oh, wow.
success.
That's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
I
Plus
may
one
end up
forward,
changing
yay.
difficulties too. I might make 7 a default difficulty.
So
if
that's
it's-
1, 2.
Because we actually turned out to be pretty good at things we do.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I only got 2 successes.
2. Okay. All right. So you manage to get everything switched out, and just as you're putting in the last one, you hear his throat clear from behind you, and he's like, "Excuse me, you have to pay for those. You can't just take one."
Oh, since it was free to get in, I thought everything was free here because everybody's rich.
No, I'm not rich. I don't want that docked from my pay. So
No, you're not rich. You're Dave. It says on your tag.
It's cute. But
I'm trying real hard here, buddy. Okay, so how much is it?
it's $2.
Oh, dude. It wasn't even worth my effort, and I just handed him $2. And
You're
I
not
take-
supposed to be back here either. I could get in a lot of trouble with my manager.
Yeah, but I'm cute, and your manager would be okay with it.
Okay, point. Yeah.
You're just a little girl, man. I'm curious about history. Leave me alone. Jeez.
Enjoy your tour. Jeez.
Thanks.
Oh, Louise from Bob's Burgers.
That's
cute.
actually pretty much the idea that I had for the personality is Louise, exactly.
I love Louise
my
so
God.
much.
I just get that.
Louise is my favorite.
Oh, Gene is my absolute favorite.
Oh,
He's so me
Yeah.
when I was a little kid.
Oh,
So sad.
I love them all, but Louise
so
is
good.
just.
Yeah, Louise
Oh,
is a star. But yeah, so I do that.
yeah. Nice. Okay. Well done. Why don't you take a point of glamour?
Yay.
Oh, that's cool.
No.
Oh, we get stuff for
'Cause it-
succeeding, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna again, as I sort of jokingly quipped during our last session, welcome to Adam Plays World of Darkness like PBTA. So
Awesome.
I'm just going to give you random things when I feel like you should get them. If it is not according to the rules, well, that I'll deal with later.
Rules
So-
be damned.
Right? Yes. I am an unseelie GM. Okay. So the other two of you, Tomas and Fallon, do you notice Maimrie's antics? Do you care? Are you guys familiar with this by now, or
I've given up.
you've given up?
There's only so much policing you can do.
Yeah.
And I'm already probably really preoccupied with the idea of whatever is happening with Knut.
Oh, yeah.
Or with Newt. So
Yeah.
I'm probably more distracted by that than
Yeah.
whatever
Well, I think
this is.
Right.
You know, she won't do anything overtly malicious.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, she's more impish, and she just likes to have fun at the expense of others.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And
I've learned to pick my battles.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But sometimes she will overstep and maybe do something that maybe could be considered too harmful because she hasn't thought it through, and that's when you come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, that'll injure dozens of people. Oh,
Right,
I didn't
yeah.
think about that.
Oh, by the way, so you guys all have your glamour? So
Yeah.
you have your glamour
Yeah.
rate? Okay.
Yeah.
So roll that many dice and start with that many points as a point for each success you get.
Okay.
And add 1 to it.
Success is 6 or above, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And 0 on the sheet. Okay.
Total of 4. Okay.
4.
None.
None?
Zero.
Okay. All right, take 1. You start with 1. At
So,
least 1.
so where do we?
Now,
Yeah, it's the box.
Oh, the boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
once you
Yeah.
reach 10 boxes, you get it.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. Or, well, that's with, wait, yeah. Yeah, it is with glamour too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or with banality, once you get 10 boxes, you hit a dot.
Right.
So, yeah.
But the thing is, your maximum is your actual dots
Yeah.
that you can store. Sorry,
Yeah.
it works like gnosis, not like banality.
Right,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, those are points that you can use, and your maximum battery storage is your permanent dots. And
Yes.
then you fill
Okay.
them up
Yeah.
with points that you
Yeah.
use off.
Banality, you can get over your dots.
Banality
Yeah.
is bad. It's like Dark
Yes.
Side of the Force crap. You just start getting corrupted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and actually, everybody roll your banality score in dice. And
I do
for
not have a banality score. Maybe I did not put that down.
for every one, oh, it's based on your seeming.
Yeah, so
s-
Wilder, I think, is 3.
Yeah, I think
For
so.
sure, Grump is, because that's what both of us are, and we have them.
Okay. It's either 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, Wilder might be 2.
Every success or every fail?
every
for-
every one.
Oh, every single,
Yeah.
every one?
Only if you have a 1 at a banality point.
No, I'm good then.
Cool.
You can roll 2 dice, and if it's 3, I'll roll another one.
Banality. Where is that? I know. Riveting podcasting.
You know what? I'm going to mark 2 for
As
now,
he digs.
and we can just check that out
Yeah.
later. I think 2 is safe.
Yeah.
If the Grumps have 2, then
Have
I'm
3.
pretty sure the Wilders get. I mean, if the
Oh,
Grumps
we have
have 3, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the Wilder gets 2,
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
and I think a Childer gets 1.
That sounds about right.
I can't remember.
And banality sucks.
Yeah. You guys are both grumps, right?
Yep.
You two are both
Yep.
grumps. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it's in here somewhere, but I don't feel like looking for
We'll
it, so we're
figure
going
it
to move on.
And that book
So-
is 2 feet thick.
Yes, 2 feet thick.
2
Yes.
feet thick.
No.
It's not Shadowrun, but it's close.
So, Fallon, so you're more preoccupied with you're more focused on this situation with Newt.
I'd rather not get in trouble. And
Yeah.
the fact that we've been summoned by the Queen to talk about someone, it's just one of those things that's like, did I fuck up? I might have fucked up. Oh no. Like,
you might have personally.
well, I don't know if it's me personally fucking up, but because we were only recently, like, this is now our responsibility. My Fallon's gone from, like, an actual hermit to, like, running,
Having to do things.
to having to do things
Yeah.
that are involved with, involve other people, which we established last episode my character does not do.
Right, yeah. Peopling,
She
not
doesn't
doing.
people.
I don't
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I don't fae, I don't people.
Right. So, have you did you have an interaction with Newt recently that makes you worry that maybe you?
I feel like Newt is just always doing something that I want to be nice, but when you have to reprimand somebody so many times, and I'm assuming you won't do it.
Not if you tell me.
No offense, Charlie's kind of a flake. And I assume it would either fall to you or me.
I would say that's the more authoritarian side of the
Yeah.
tale. Definitely say.
Authoritative.
Authoritative.
Not authoritarian.
You're right.
There's a difference.
I was gonna say, like, as the person who feels like, as the you know, as my character wants to kind of be a noble, upstanding knight kind of character. She's probably like.
You're the one.
Yeah.
You're the one that takes this seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
They take the court seriously. They take all of this very seriously.
Yeah.
But also, like, can I please go home?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and Tomas.
Tommy, whatever.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What do you? Do you concern yourself with Maimrie's antics, or do you usually just kind of let it go?
Well,
Or do you?
with this one specifically,
Yeah.
right? Because if it's happened before, then we kind of get the gist of it. It's one of those things that, like, have you ever seen like the older guys in the suits? Like, they go to sit down and they pull up their slacks a little bit and kind of sit down and cross their legs on a bench. He does kind of that to just kind of watch and just kind of like smile in bemusement. But in conversations we've had in the past, my argument is always the art they're seeing is magical enough without trying to change and take away from any of that. So it's not one that I'm necessarily supportive of, but it's still bringing a little bit of light into the world.
Yeah. Okay.
There's this one caterpillar of an eyebrow.
So one thing about this character is that he hates that humans deal in absolute truths. He hates that this is fact, this is the history of this. It's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
There's an entire world around here that you have no idea about, and you walk around like you know everything.
Right,
and
yeah.
it pisses her off.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Let humans have things.
Nah.
Jim's all about it's okay to let other people like things.
Yeah.
Maimrie, not so much.
No, not necessary.
Can I bring my sword?
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, any kind of chimerical items or things like that you would have, and we we'll talk more about glamour or about glamored items and all of that. But you guys have, everyone owns at least one set of clothing that's glamored, that has your sort of iconic signature appearance in the Fey seeming and can look like whatever you want it to in the mortal seeming. So not that you can change how it looks, but it always looks the same in each seeming, but it is your thing. So so maybe it's like a trench coat. I'm being super stereotypical.
Yep, 100%.
But like
exactly
you have
what
a
it is.
trench coat, a rumpled trench coat in the mortal world, but in the Fey world, it might be kind of just like long, nice black, like sort of flowy, raggedy robe or something like that. Something Sluagh-y.
Oh, you should totally describe that thing.
Yes, you should.
so-
You should while I get whiskey.
That's a great idea. Because I support your whiskey consumption.
And just general clothing with your
So basically, it's in the mortal theming. It looks like a Stargate Atlantis T-shirt with like a pleated skirt and some like Dickies boots. But in the Fey theming, it actually looks like sort of like Greek hoplite. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the breastplate looks a little bit more modern, kind of like almost sci-fi in a way. But and the pants are a lot like the strip pants that you see on the Amazons in Wonder Woman. You know, the straps of leather, and then she has those laced up boots as well.
Nice.
Very
And,
cool.
she wears her brown, very straight hair in sort of like a little bob with bangs. And a beret, but the beret looks basically sort of like a cool, like looking bronze tiara.
Nice. Yeah. Wait, did you say beret or beret?
Beret, like
Yeah,
the
it's
beret,
different.
like
not the beret.
Okay.
It's just the one little thing that
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
different. But no, the beret
Okay, all right.
that matches the color of her pleated skirt. And that's,
Okay.
Aw,
Nice. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. There's sort of like anarchist French schoolgirl kind
Yeah.
of look. Yeah,
Exactly.
fucking love it.
Pretty much exactly right.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
Sweet. Rob, what?
The way I'm thinking about for in the mortal world, it looks just like a standard mid-gray suit, like probably single-breasted. As you get closer, it's one of those fabrics that has little design, like not design, but more like stripe and stuff like that. So it, but it's not. You can't see it from far away. It's very subtle. In the Fey realm, it actually doesn't look much different, but the designs, but it turns like a deeper color, and the designs become more alive a little bit and
okay.
shift a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right, and so I feel like it's a style that he eventually just glommed onto after living through that period of time.
Yeah.
And then just was like, and that's probably about when he transitioned into a grump, and it's just like, cool, I'll just
Yeah.
leave it, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found my thing.
Yeah,
Do it.
I'm just-
sticking with my thing.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Athleisure wear was like the greatest thing that ever happened to Fallon. Like, if it's made of spandex, she will wear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is.
Wardrobe by Lululemon.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's more like wardrobe by Adidas. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's Lululemon is for someone who we established like has a pretty successful like
Yeah.
business or job and stuff. They don't really care. So they just buy what is comfortable and what is good for everything.
Yeah.
And they noticed a few years ago that just all of a sudden everyone was carrying track pants and stuff.
Yeah.
And that meant that she could go from work to the gym and then back, like go home and go back to work and never had to change.
So are you like talking Russian mobster track pants?
No.
Okay.
Like leggings and
Gotcha.
like
Okay,
leggings
cool.
and
Yeah.
Athleisure.
athleisure wear.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it's
Just checking.
I mean, like, I'm sure at some point they owned a Russian mob suit, and it's gone out of style and back into style since they've been around.
Yeah.
The Run DMC Adidas tracksuit, man.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at one point I also sort of talking to Gina after our last game, we established that Charlie kind of couch surfs at Fallon's place. Actually, more importantly, she was sleeping on her couch, and Fallon was like, "There's a room. Like, I don't know why you're here." But I'm like, there's a
The couch is cool, man.
yeah, there's a slim possibility that Fallon would definitely just put on like harem pants or whatever, just thinking like, "Oh, this is clothing. I can put this on now," and like not even notice. But within and so she probably just has like a pair of inconspicuous leggings and a shirt and like a wick-away shirt that's nice. And then for the glamour, it's just workout clothes, but seen through the Lord of the Rings lens. Like, for a fae, they've got imagination. There's imagination there, and like,
Like
she'll have armor.
Like that medieval armor hoodie that Joey has?
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
definitely didn't just buy one as well. But she has armor, and it's badass armor, but like, it's not comfortable.
I see you getting on a Peloton, and it's actually like a charger. the dreaming.
Right?
But yeah, like it's whatever it like all of it. Yeah, it's very it's only interesting because it turns out like when you go out, sometimes you have to buy pink leggings because it's the only one that's in stock.
Right.
But I also headcanon Fallon's favorite color is mustard yellow,
Oh, okay.
which
Well, what
clashes
kind of mustard?
magically
Yeah.
with her skin.
Because is it like French's yellow mustard yellow, or is it like Dijon, like the brownish yellow?
like a actually marigold yellow. Just something
okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, if you've ever met anyone who likes a color but doesn't know how to style things, like just think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, something's just yellow, and no one knows what. Also, her sword is kind of like Linus's blanket, not literally, but I haven't decided what it's going to be in its
Mortal world.
chimerical state. But like,
in the chimera.
or
Okay.
well, when it's in the mortal world, but it is always at her hip. When she can, it's always. It might actually exist as like a cell phone holster.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's
I was
exactly
thinking like a
it.
multi-tool, like a Leatherman.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's totally. It's just it looks like a Leatherman in a holster,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
Like,
But
she's
yeah.
such a mess. I'm sorry.
But in the Fey world, it becomes a beautiful sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Flames like
Did
nobody's business.
did either of you, Rob or Jim, did you guys take any kind of like treasure?
I have
item
2
that's-
dots in treasures. I haven't really
Haven't decided what it is.
totally figured out exactly what
Cool.
I want it to be, but
Okay.
I'll have
Yeah.
it pinned down by next
You can decide if you have an idea and decide you want to make it up in the middle of this game and say it's always been there the whole time. That's fine. Or you can think about it. Maybe it's something you'll get today. Or,
Could be.
Yeah. Okay. So around the time that Maimrie is finishing with her little
Shenanigans.
you're approached by a tall, beautiful she-woman, she being the noble Fae.
Yep.
That typical Fae that we know from a lot of the lore, that we hear from a lot of the lore. She's 6'5". She has perfect musculature, long arms, long fingers, and just moves with amazing grace. Wow, that's wow. Sorry,
How
I got
sweet.
you, man.
sorry. Yeah,
We'll move along. We'll move along.
and she has jet black hair that's pulled back very severely and hangs down to about the middle of her waist, and she's wearing robes in this sort of shimmery purple, very very flowing, and they almost seem to go along with the tiles, kind of reflect the tiles of whatever building she's near.
Nice.
Or like catch like the stained glass that she walks by sort of imprints onto this shimmery iridescent
Well, that's kinda
fabric.
cool.
So like the colors are constantly shifting depending on what she's near. She has a sort of vaguely Asian, indeterminate Asian seeming.
Okay.
But her skin is almost very. It's almost kind of iridescent, the same way as the robes are.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Goals.
Right. Yeah. And then she has, the long pointed ears that go straight back about 6 inches towards the back of her head, and she around her shoulders is a deep purple velvet cloak with a very large pin, and on the pin it's sort of gold rimmed with an emerald, and then inlaid into the emerald is a gold redwood tree.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
That's super rad.
And she has a sort of severity to her, or a serious note to her. She has gravitas.
Yeah.
As she approaches, like you can't help but sort of self-consciously straighten up a little bit, maybe. But there's a certain sense of authority to her that is undeniable. And she approaches with a guy Simander, Simander the Mighty, who is the Queen's herald, who is the one who came to find you guys, to find you and bring you in. I'm not going to describe Simander too much at this point.
I remember his voice a little
Do you?
bit. Yes.
Oh, 'cause
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
It's not a good thing.
I
How
know.
did he become the mighty?
I don't know.
We're gonna
Okay,
find out.
so a little sidebar for the inside joke for those who don't know, which is including me, really. One of the reasons I wanted to set this near Los Angeles was because I wanted to have connection to the Mode of Sin campaign that Happy Jacks did that carried on for 4 decades or something like that.
Oh, wow. That sounds about right.
Yeah. They played 3 times a week for 12-hour sessions at a time. There's hundreds of hours of content online apparently. But no, but it was a vampire campaign and taking place around Catalina Island basically and sort of involving Los Angeles. And so they had so they very briefly experienced a little bit of the Fae court, including...
They were Fae touched.
They were Fae touched, yeah. So,
including Samandra the Mighty.
Yes,
yeah.
including Samandra the Mighty and Queen Aelios. So, so I know just their names. I don't really know their personalities and all that, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I don't want to contradict things.
Yeah.
But I'm going to eventually find those and watch them. But this was just an idea that came up when it was okay, so so this afternoon I went through this whole spiral where it's oh my God, we don't have a producer, we can't play. Oh my God, we could still do a one shot. Oh my God, I don't want to do a one shot. I have nothing ready. Oh my God, we could still play. And then it was I'm gonna come up with a story, and I've got 3 hours to do it.
Just throw meat in the middle, and we'll rip it apart.
I know that's basically
exactly
what I'm doing. So.
Just for reference, I think Simander was on the last season, the last half of the last season.
Oh, okay.
So that might help.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Specifically.
Amazing, beautiful chat room. If any of you actually know what episodes I could listen to actually get
Yep.
Queen Aelios and Simander the Mighty, that would be really helpful and awesome.
What they should do is open up a wiki.
Yes, right? Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I love a good wiki.
So do I know. Wikis are awesome.
Happy Jacks.
Happy Jacks
God.
wiki.
Wiki.
Imagine all the content that they end up
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're still working on the unified Happy Jacks theory. So
Yeah.
it's
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Cool.
Anyway.
So, but you recognize Simander the Mighty. He came to deliver the summons to you. You've seen him multiple times. Whenever there's a message from the Queen, it comes through Simander. And as he approaches with this she woman,
I'm going to stand up and take off my hat because she looks super important.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
It's
full on curtsy, yo.
And I'm just we should be
Yeah.
together.
Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, and the three of you are gathered up together, and Simander says, "This is the Lady Lily Omo, the Queen's seneschal," and
We'll do whatever is proper at that point
Yeah.
for a court thing. I'm I don't know. Bow,
Yeah.
genuflect, what do I don't
Yeah.
know.
Fallon
So she's-
executes a completely accurate bow for the other court.
Yeah.
like a Sealy.
Yeah.
You do a super Sealy bow.
Yeah, super
nice.
Sealy. It's
Nice.
the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
It's like a secret handshake.
Right? Yeah.
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 It's also 7 feet tall.
Why don't you guys each give me a
Or not.
So it's going to be politics, but you can use either charisma to kind of be charming enough that it works, or you can use manipulation to kind of fake it, or you can use perception to see what she likes, or intelligence to remember what is appropriate.
There we go.
You've named all of my 3-dot stats.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, so for you,
So
any of those 3-dot stats,
All the
and then plus politics to let's see how well you guys do.
This version of the character sheet, I don't think I spent any freebie points.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, you can spend.
I'm
them
just
later.
looking at the dots somewhere
So it's however many dots we have
in dice.
in dice, but it's whatever we chose to use with politics if we had politics.
Correct. Yeah. So that's how you'll determine how many dice. So if you have charisma 3 and in politics 2, you'll roll 5 dice. If you have intelligence 4 and politics 2, you might want to do intelligence politics instead.
Okay, cool. I did not take politics, so it doesn't really
That's
matter.
I am
So,
so
okay.
using manipulation.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
So if you don't have politics, then your difficulty is going to be 7.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
dot in
I
politics.
think untrained you're supposed to be at -2 dice, but
I'll
I'm just
do
going to
it.
raise the difficulty a little bit. So.
I'll do it. I love a good fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, -2 dice if you don't have dots in politics.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you?
Oh shit! You know what we didn't do over the week?
What's that?
My mentor. We were supposed to.
Oh yeah,
flesh that
yeah.
out.
Okay, that's all right. We can
Maybe
flesh
that's where
that
you
out.
go.
We're gonna find
Maybe
out
get-
right.
Maybe,
get
yeah.
that person
Yeah.
today.
Right.
Ooh, nice.
Doesn't
Hey.
matter. I got one success.
Okay, 1 success. All right. 2.
The
Okay.
one question I have is
Yeah.
I have actually insightful
Oh,
as a thing on my perception.
Yeah.
What does that give me?
If you roll a 10,
yes.
you can re-roll.
I can
a 10.
re-roll it. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay.
Mhm.
No,
You did
I
not
got
roll a
2
10.
5s.
Okay, so
You fucked up more than I
so
did.
Yeah, I'm just enthralled.
yeah, so failure.
got you.
It's not a botch. You don't make her mad.
Yeah,
You just do not do the proper thing to impress her.
I
at this
I
moment.
genuflect.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I get down on one knee and
You're like-
genuflect and stand up.
That's a little much. You can stand up. It's
Thank you. Thank you. I got to figure out my Batman
Yeah.
voice because the Sealy are all like quiet and stuff.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
or the Sluagh,
Sluagh cannot
the Sluagh are all
speak
quiet.
above
Yes.
and
Just keep
Yeah.
trying until we figure
I'll
it out.
figure
Right,
it
yeah,
out. I'll
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Make these podcasts unlistenable.
I know. Yes,
Right, yeah.
That's my goal.
For the record, we have decided Rob will be doing stage whisper basically. So no matter how loud he says something, we assume that it actually in game is only at a whisper.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You just did it all like ASMR.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna try to do like the out of character voice and like
Yeah.
the in character voice. I just
Sure.
have to figure out what it is still.
Yeah, you guys know I love voices. So
What? Really?
Yep. Yep, it's a thing.
One day
Charming.
I'll play a character where I can do a voice. I'm so
Yeah.
bad at them.
You can do one here.
I almost decided to take a voice acting class because of this podcast.
Ah, you should.
I might. I still probably.
Just
You can write it off.
enrich your
Yeah.
skills. man.
Right?
I never did a skill I didn't want to learn.
So,
Right after my own heart.
so Maimrie and Fallon, you kind of like you get enough. Like it's all right. She's clearly not impressed with you guys, but
But we're
it's-
not being inappropriate.
You're not being inappropriate. You didn't like make a fool of yourself. You know, you didn't.
Didn't go overboard.
Yeah, yeah. So she says, Her Majesty would like to speak to you, but I wanted to meet with the 3 of you first and bring you up to speed on what is happening. Walk with me, please. And she just kind of spins and all. You can all clearly tell from her, like she is not. She does not consider you guys equals.
Oh, derp. She's a she.
Yeah, yeah. So like, and she is bought into that. You know, you've met she who are like, you know, they're cool with the commoners, but this is clearly not one of them. She doesn't really seem to think you guys belong here. Yeah.
I figure that anybody that holds a title that I don't understand is probably better than me in some way, shape, or form. Because I have no idea
Yeah.
what a shit seneschal is.
You're just
Yeah.
Googling seneschal
Right, yeah.
on your phone as you're walking.
Right? Yeah, yeah. That's fine. You could do that. Yeah, that's the way she likes it too. And yeah, she wants you to feel on edge.
I'm a little disappointed in that. I think.
Yeah.
Like there's a look of like, it's too bad. As
Yeah.
I put my hat on and just kind of trail after.
Yeah. So, the 3 of you have been called here because of one Newt Barkley.
I'm going to say we dated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Gonna make that note.
So literally, she's like,
Under equipment.
Equipment. Yes.
Yeah.
It's baggage, right?
it
Ba-dum.
is. The equipment wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yes, it is baggage.
Yay.
As you are probably not aware of Newt's activities here in Los Angeles, I must tell you, by the way, she's not looking at you guys at all. She is
not.
walking and she's talking and assuming that you guys are following and paying attention, so that you're right behind her. Simander's kind of trailing a little behind the rest of you.
I've got like one of those like tiny pads that have like the ring binder up, and so like I'm like trying to take notes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, on the other hand, like Fallon definitely picks at like her hangnails and calluses as she's nervous, so she's just like leaving a horrible trail. Yeah. I'm just playing my anxiety.
I can only assume that Newt is as much of a terror to your territory as he is to my queen's. My queen's, what would she call it? My queen's seat, meaning Los Angeles.
Yeah. It's all right.
He's all right.
Misguided.
No, he's not. He's a jerk face. And he's mean, and he does stupid stuff.
He's learning.
He's young.
Oh, we're defending him? Oh, he's all right.
No. I'm afraid, Miss Tsoukalos, that you have the correct estimation of the matter.
Woohoo, I'm right!
He is mean. He is capricious. He is a troublemaker. And he has stolen something very valuable from Her Majesty.
Never known the boy to steal.
I mean, not from anyone who meant important.
You pass the John Singer Sargent painting, and her clothing kind of just turns black just like that painting, and she just kind of like pauses and looks back at you guys in that like perfect pose. It's just like
It mirrors the
mirrors,
painting.
yeah.
Should we make a
Planned
witch
it
roll to
that
Instagram
way.
that real quick?
Yeah. yes, you may. Wits plus, or wits plus
For Instagram, roll
Alertness.
for Instagram.
Alertness, you got it.
Question: is there a Fae version of Instagram where we can share things like that?
Oh.
I want there to be a Fae book.
Oh, Faybook.
Which
There
is
is
what
absolutely Faybook now.
Wouldn't
That's
it be
a thing.
face?
Oh, I
Face
botched
face.
it! I botched it!
You botched
No!
it.
I totally did!
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got
Oh
one
my God.
9 and 2 1s.
Oh, it was a selfie.
Oh yeah. You pop it up, and it's just you looking like.
Just your nose and your chin.
You've got this super derp face where you're like, oh my god, they're so fucking cool, and then it's a selfie of you.
And it instantly posts for some reason.
Yeah, you've got it on.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
oh, shit.
yeah.
It's Fae book.
I take it out and I like it and I put it back and come back.
Fae face or Fae book?
Facebook.
Baster.
Face.
Taster.
You're going too far back, man.
Tribes. Just it's always tribes. It all comes back to tribes.
Courts.
Yeah,
Courts.
It's courts.
Courts.
I think there have been multiple iterations.
I have to. I cannot doubt.
There's
that
one called
Fallon-
Shiwi.
No one's on it though.
The sheer too good for it. Nobody else.
Fallon helped build Shiwi, and she's really upset
Right.
about it.
Dude, that was like hundreds of troll hours.
So mad about it. It's
None of
such
the
a
she will
song.
use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's full of like Sluagh pretending to be she, hoping they'll get like secrets.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
There's 100% some sort of Facebook
Yeah.
Fae dating app. Also.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's the thing is that there are Fae versions of almost everything that's in the mortal world. So yeah, there's a whole Fae internet culture. You know, there's Fae Twitter and you know.
Fitter.
Fitter.
Flitter.
Yeah. Flitter. Oh my
Flitter.
God, it's
Yep.
called Flitter.
It's
Yeah,
called Flitter.
nailed
Yep.
it. Okay.
Anyway.
yeah.
Where we are world building, just so you know.
right.
Right. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, so as
It's,
soon as we figure out what the
it's
Instagram
called
is.
Flitter.
I keep writing that down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's how we know that.
No, Flitter is absolutely Fae Twitter now.
We're
yeah.
so checking Flitter also for Newt's band to see where he is.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just pauses, like it's just a second where like you know, and then the moment is gone, and then she continues on into the next room where there's like a literal fucking marble throne there, a marble chair, and all these different other art pieces around it. But to the mortal seeming, it looks like a museum gallery, with a big antique, a big like really old, like hundreds of years old chair, and various landscapes and other portraits and paintings around it. But in the fey seeming, it is that same thing, but there's a difference to each of the paintings. There's a sort of glow around them. You can kind of feel the glamour coming off of them.
Cool.
These are artifacts. These are treasures that are, and in all of the paintings that you've walked past, there's such an inherent glamour to each of them. They're almost their own.
Well, they have a lot of emotional content. Each one,
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
Sort of reflects on
That's
them.
super cool.
Yeah, and just from the mortals walking by, and you see them, and you actually see a young girl who also saw that moment, and the three of you can kind of tell she saw through just for that little bit. She got just a moment of enchantment, and she saw the same thing that the three of you guys saw, and you just sort of feel this radiation of glamour coming from her, and it sort of flows into Lady Omo. And,
okay.
Cool.
And
How close is the how close is the girl?
She's very close. She was just a few feet from you guys. No.
I'm gonna lean over and I'll be like, "Never lose the magic, kid."
That's not creepy.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome.
Love it.
He's like, you gonna give her some candy?
Stop.
I want you to roll charisma.
All right, doesn't suck.
Charisma plus expression.
Ooh, I don't have expression.
Oh,
No, I'm so excited now.
Can I try to convince you for empathy instead?
oh yeah.
Or because I believe in the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
2, 3. So I've got 3 empathy and 3 charisma.
This was the first style of game when I played White Wolf. Was the shit?
Oh,
No, that's a
What
1.
is
So it's an
happening?
8, a 10, a 10.
And the 2 1s take away
And
the
2
2
ones.
10s, so you get
Yeah.
8.
So I get an 8.
Yeah. Okay,
An 8,
so that's one
okay.
success.
Just making sure the camera's right since I
Just
bumped
ruined
it.
that
Yeah,
kid's
it's all good.
Yeah.
Love your ears, Clara. These are so
Yay,
good.
they're still showing.
Yeah.
They're a little
They've fallen
eerie.
out twice.
Eerie. Wow. You went there. Hey. She looks up at you, and her eyes are wide, and she goes, "You saw that too."
And I just keep walking. I do the finger to the lips, like shh, don't say anything, and just keep walking.
Okay. Nice.
So
And I go,
Um,
F that kid, tell everybody.
Do you have to enter combat to smack her on the back of the head?
Yeah.
You don't even have to. You can just.
Yeah, just
yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 free smacks on the back of the head per game.
Right. Yeah.
she doesn't even do. It's probably a look. It's a.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
You-
Fallon gives you like.
Totally.
You see that little twinkle from her eye, and you sort of feel that glamour sort of flow into you as well.
Oh,
and
cool.
Take a point of glamour.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Rad, thanks, kid.
And, but you follow on into the chamber where the big marble chair is. I said it was a throne, but it's not like the queen's throne. This is like this is too small to be court.
Oh, so this is
obviously.
more her
Yeah.
area. Okay,
Area.
cool.
Right. Yeah. So it's about maybe like maybe like a 12 by 12 foot by 12 foot
Okay.
room. And there are quite a few pieces here, and it's some of the more famous pieces from the museum.
Okay.
And so
From them pillaging other cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
well, mostly these are from European culture. So yeah. So in this room.
Fair.
So there's plenty of other places.
They pillage
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
So just a
yeah.
question before we enter and engage in like the this conversation, context on sort of courts, right? There's always like the idea of court intrigue and stuff like that. And I think with the Fae, my understanding is it's pretty deep on that front. So if someone's like acting as a seneschal for the queen, not that we should approach it, or I'm not looking for any hints like that, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that anything she says could be utter bullshit or more helping her plans as opposed to the queen's plans.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how well each of you understand the concept of court intrigue, but out of game, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
As Fae, as subjects of Queen Aelios, you would assume that her seneschal speaks with her authority.
Okay.
So anything coming from Lady Omo is essentially coming from the queen as far as you're concerned. If it's not, that's the queen's problem.
Got it.
You know?
Got it. That's helpful.
Yeah. So, but from your perspective, you might as well be getting in this discussion directly with the queen.
Perfect.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
that's super helpful. Okay.
You guys have met the queen before. You've been in front of her, which we'll talk about in our world building session. That you don't get a spot like you guys have at Port Estrella without having met the person, the sovereign of your area.
Yeah.
You don't do that by email.
No, exactly. Yeah. So
Fae mail.
Yeah. So, Fae mail. Yeah.
There was a FAOL joke in the
FAOL. So good. God bless you, chat. Take a point of glamour. So good. Yeah. So you guys have met the queen. There's nothing. There's no reason you wouldn't be allowed to go before her again. But she has currently not mentioned whether or not you're going to talk to the actual queen.
Okay.
But it's not out of the realm of possibility that she might talk to you and then take you in to see the queen, or she might talk to you and say, "This comes from the queen. Get it done, bitches," and and that's it.
Cool.
Kind of depends on if the queen has time for you guys. So, or how important.
It depends on how bad Newt fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
literally, that'll tell us
Yeah.
if we have to go see the queen. This is a big
It's a
uh-oh.
pretty
Right,
big fuck.
yeah.
If it's a seneschal, it's a little uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Medium-sized.
Right. Yeah.
Medium-sized uh-oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody roll perception plus politics.
You have the highest perception.
I have a good perception. I have 0 in politics.
I've got a 3, so I don't have politics at all.
I have a 3 perception and a politics of 1.
That's a 4.
You're probably
That's better.
okay.
What do you know?
Because
I have a 4 perception.
but I actually have the skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
It's 2
no.
5s.
Okay. All right.
Take a thread.
Right. I know. I so want to give XP when you fail a roll.
Instead of
It's
just
not
the
a bad
fun
idea.
things happen.
I know, right? Yeah.
I love that you have the highest charisma, I think, of our group. I think
me?
Maimrie.
Yeah,
Wait, is it
me.
you or Maimrie?
I think.
Oh,
got a
charisma?
3.
Yeah.
I've got a 3 charisma.
Yeah, I think Charlie
I
has
do.
pretty high charisma too, or it might be
Yeah.
just all being appearance. She's super hot.
This is a pretty mental social character in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think all of us are,
Yeah.
actually, except
Yeah.
you have to, you
yeah.
have...
You did
I
some
have-
physical.
You can't be a troll and not be tough.
I have
Yeah.
but I tried to have as low charisma as I could, but then I needed less manipulation without being stupid. So I ended up being kind of just a hot person who sometimes says the right thing.
You gotta understand,
Nice, yeah.
2 is average. If
Yeah,
you have
actually-
a 2, you're not bad off.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I actually think I might change it so I have even less charisma, but we'll see
Yeah.
how.
A 1 is a total derp.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a 1 in manipulation.
So so you don't really get a sense of whether or not you're going to meet the queen, or if it means anything that you're in front of the seneschal.
Honestly, I think that she is so upset about her ex-boyfriend causing her more trouble that she's probably just in her head about it.
Yeah.
And is just really not noticing stuff that she would normally.
Yeah, and also since you mentioned that, and since you were the one who accurately described how she sees him, you are now the focus. So she's it's part of your failure. She's
Enjoy that one.
zoomed in on you.
It's all your fault.
So she's clearly evaluating you extremely carefully or extremely thoroughly. She's definitely zoned in on you.
Very thorough.
Yeah.
Good man,
Yeah.
thorough.
trying to remember where we left off. There's so much in between.
She was
the last
talking
sentence.
about.
There was a really cool room with marble chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so she was getting ready,
Yeah.
I think, to talk about what he had done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Stole something.
Yes. So she sits down in front of, she sits down in the chair, and Simander sort of stands near the door. There are, you see, like as you were walking through, you would see all of the security personnel. I don't know if any of you have been to the Getty. In like most museums, there's like one person in every few rooms that's sort of like just watching, make sure people don't touch anything like that. And those are all, almost every single one of them is a troll. Some of them are red caps, and a few satyrs as well. But they're very clearly actual castle guards in the face seeming, every single one of the employees.
Okay.
So, but they Simander shuts the door behind you guys as they bring you in. So it's just the three of you and Lady Omo and Simander, and she says, "Are any of you in communication with Newt at this moment?"
No. I haven't talked to him in months.
Months?
Months.
But you dated.
Briefly.
And you avoid him now?
Yeah, he's a jerkball and he has a stupid face and I don't like him.
Agreed.
One
Especially
might
about the
have
stupid
been
face.
very. Someone here might have been very encouraging about him going to Los Angeles, so he isn't in a certain person's hair anymore because, oh my God, the phone calls. But yeah,
Did you... Are you indicating yourself, or are you indicating
no,
Fallon?
I'm being purposely vague.
Lady Omo, roll insight.
Right? Yeah.
I wish he'd finish school first.
So are you trying to like sort of throw Fallon under the...
No. I'm very basically saying it's like I may have encouraged him to come into LA.
Oh, you encouraged...
Because
Okay.
I didn't like him, and he was calling me constantly and bugging me, so I had to get rid of him.
So who broke up with who?
Yeah. Good question. Like you have to ask.
Yeah. But that means who really broke up with who.
Oh. She totally doesn't care. Yeah. Screw
Totally.
you, old man.
Totally didn't break my heart or nothing.
No.
God.
I particularly concur about his stupid face. But if any of you are in contact with him, I would highly encourage you to have him bring himself before the Queen immediately. Failing that, Her Majesty has charged the three of you with bringing him to her, as well as the chalice that he stole.
What kind of chalice?
Chalice in the palace.
There's a sports joke I want to make, but I'm not going to.
It's Athena's chalice.
Oh.
Palace Athena's chalice.
Sorry, I was trying real hard not to laugh at you right now.
Where
I
did you
just
get?
wanted to tell you right now.
Failing. Thank you.
Thank you for the cue up. It's like, you keep lobbing those softballs out of the park, baby.
Yeah.
So good.
Maimrie, did you already block him on Facebook?
Like, how could I stalk him? I mean, yeah, of course. She just pulls out her phone. She's looking stuff up.
Well, yeah. As soon as she kind of said if anybody has contacts with him, I'm gonna open up. Like I'm just gonna
We're all
step
gonna
to
pull
the
out our
side.
phones.
No, I'm just gonna text him real quick and be like, "Hey, kid, you may have kind of screwed up again. Where are you at?"
You have his number?
Yeah,
How?
'cause we talk. Sometimes I have to talk to him before other people talk to him.
All right.
Could you explain that?
Yeah. Oh. You know, kids, I like helping helping kids and kids putting them on the right path and making sure that, if they screw up, they don't have a chance, but it's a lot of times better if I get to him first before some of the mortal authorities, because that creates less of an issue.
So you protect him, essentially.
Steer and advise. If he doesn't go down the right path and doesn't take the advice, at the end of the day, that's on him.
She stands up, and you see her. She uses that thing that she do. She just you guys, in the Lord of the Rings when Galadriel is like, "Give me the ring, and I shall be all quick." That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the she thing.
Yep.
They do this thing where they get real extra.
Yeah.
And it's obnoxious, but you can't help but when it happens,
take a
it
step
happens.
back.
Yeah.
It's a pucker zone time.
Actually, I'm gonna steal some of your dice.
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to see how this is gonna affect you guys. What are your willpowers?
4 for me.
A lot.
7?
Okay.
8.
It's a good stat to have very high.
Yeah, it is.
Much
Okay.
fun.
So 4 for you, 7
7.
for Tommy, and 8 for Fallon. Okay. All right. So Fallon, you know what this is, and you can feel it like it's working on you, but just barely, and only because you're a rule follower anyway.
Yeah.
And you were going to do what she said anyway.
Yeah.
You know you would. For Tommy, it's a little stronger, but still kind of...
I get the point.
Yeah, you get the point. And for Maimrie...
Why do you have 4?
Not a priority for somebody who's very flighty and has no control over herself at all.
That's kind of awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Again, feeling
but-
very attacked.
Sorry.
It
I
hits,
don't even know you, man.
it hits you super hard. Yeah, you are like, yes, ma'am, whatever you say, ma'am. That like you feel it in your brain, like, oh, you got to do this thing that she wants you to do. But she stands and just everything, like her robes just flow a little more, her eyes glow a little brighter. The contrast in the room is slid up to 10, it's like the X Pro 2 filter on Max, and she's like, this boy has pissed me off, and I need the chalice back, or Her Majesty will take out her ire on anyone connected to him. So if you want to steer and advise him to return the chalice immediately.
Yeah, I was already on it. And I hold up the phone. I was like, we'll get it back. He's not... You're not going to understand this right now, but he's not a bad kid. He's just kind of stupid. Right now.
I actually don't care about the distinction.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Please make it happen.
Will do.
Cool.
Her lip is quivering. She's kind of crying. Okay.
Simander the Mighty will see you out, and you're escorted back to the gondola, and you are expected. You are expected to be escorted back to the
Gondola?
gondola. The Galandra. I was just going to say the Galandra. I'm like,
Well, you just said Galandriel.
Yeah.
Galandra, that's right. Yeah.
Just,
Too many galils. Had a glottal stop.
Oh, well done.
Thank you. I'll be here all week, folks.
Take a glamour.
Thanks, buddy. No. So, assuming you don't want to do anything else in the palace, real quick, before you are escorted back to the gondola.
Well, I want to look around at some of the art, maybe, and just watch some of the mortals do the art. My thing is Let me see if he texts back real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm 100% while he's doing that checking all of his social media to see if he's posted.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking up all of the underground concert venues.
Nice. Okay.
Looking for his band.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I would hack his Facebook, but I am certified ethical.
Each of you, by the way, take a point of glamour for just being in that room.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
I
What?
maxed out some.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I actually have Ancient Mysteries
Ooh,
as an enigma.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Chalice of Athena? Like, what does it do? Is it magical properties? Like, what's the story behind it?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a roll? Intelligence plus.
Enigmas?
It's
it's
an
Grey
enigma
Mare, I
thing?
think.
It's
Grey
an-
Mare.
it's
Yeah,
enigmas.
it'd really be more of a Grey Mare
Oh,
thing.
I've got 2 in that one.
Enigmas is your specialization is ancient mysteries.
Ancient Mysteries, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm
this
Sarah
is
McLachlan up in here.
right. Yeah, this isn't so much a mystery. So yeah, this would just be a Grimmare. It's
Okay.
it's just kind of
Knowledge of magical shit.
Yeah, knowledge
Okay.
of magical shit.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. And
No, it doesn't. Oh, that's 2 successes. So a 10 and a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
If that's no, you didn't have. They didn't use your specialization.
No, it
Right,
my
yeah.
special. Yeah.
Okay, and before I answer that, Fallon and Maimrie, why don't you guys give me an intelligence, intelligence or wits, either one, plus computer or enigmas, or you could use empathy instead of enigmas,
Yeah, I don't have
or
that.
streetwise.
I don't have
Okay.
that.
Gotcha.
I've got
Okay.
intelligence and computer though.
Whatever combination any of
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say
gets you your
intelligence computer
best.
is your jam.
Yeah.
The only thing I do.
Oh
know.
shit! Yeah, that's a
Oh,
lot.
that's
of
a lot of
things.
ones.
That's a lot of ones and
Oh
twos
no!
though. Oh man, how did I screw up that badly?
It takes that.
And
so
then
there's 1,
yeah, I think I have.
and then 2s. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
twos,
yeah.
Wow. That's what I get for borrowing dice.
So you get 1
Yeah.
success,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't-
two. You got
Yeah, 1.
Oh,
one.
one.
She got
Okay.
2 1s and basically 3 successes. So
Okay.
2 1s take away 2.
all right.
Let's see what I got 2 successes.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. So okay. All right. So the chalice of Pallas Athena.
Yes.
The palace is chalice in the palace. Love it. The chalice is a legendary item that someone who drinks wine from the dreaming from the chalice
Okay.
gains legendary charisma and
What
yeah.
a musician want with that?
and
I don't want a teenage boy to have that.
yeah for the next turn of the moon. So it basically it's
Makes you super cute for a month.
yup yeah.
Cool.
So that's what it does. And then why don't you give me a either charisma or manipulation plus empathy to see how
Oh, okay. If he
Newt responds to your text.
If he hits me back.
Yeah.
Just trying to scared straight him work. If that works.
Scared Straight's not my style.
It's
So-
You're actually
you're,
kind of decent.
you're like a Faye Roberts stack.
Yeah. Nice.
I just saw Basketball again not too long ago. We still don't know where the fuck he is.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Or-
So Fallon, you find a lot of mentions of hashtag K4K. So, and by a lot, I mean there's like 4.
That's a lot for
Yeah,
this band.
for
let's be
Chaos,
honest.
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
What
Right,
is
yeah.
with the ones, man?
Oh,
I know. I got 2 1, so I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you find a few mentions, kind of leading you towards the understanding that there is a secret party.
Of course.
It's a super underground thing, right? So right along Maimrie's lines.
Yeah.
Maimrie, you do. You managed,
chill.
right. You managed to find a lot of mentions of various underground concert venues and some of the more regular ones that would play his style of music, and you've got it narrowed down to just like one or two. But you keep getting like you get names but no addresses. So like they have these code names like like the Velvet Panties and the Fluffernutter. Yes.
Can I use my powers for evil?
Sure.
No.
Wait.
They're using for good.
You can. May you?
May I use my powers for evil because it is in service to the queen?
Sure.
Is this something that would violate part of any of the things they've established, being she or being or a Celia or being whatever?
To do what?
To hack.
See if I can look for IP addresses and figure out where anyone might be.
Well, let me resolve
I was gonna say,
Rob's
right?
role, and you.
Unless it got easier.
Yeah. So, because I was looking for a total number of successes, and you guys just got to it.
Okay.
So remind me exactly what you texted him.
It was along the lines of, "Hey kid, you did something. We need to talk. Like, where are you?" That's how I finished it. Was, "Where are you?"
Okay.
Yeah.
He texts you back. He says, "Going on at 10, and there's an address."
Okay.
He invited like 80-year-old guy who he hangs out with every once in a while to his underground show.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
It's like supernatural. This
Respect.
angel in a trench coat will show up anywhere.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting close to that. Unintentionally, it's kind of getting close to that.
I kind of love it. So.
Okay, and so like I hold up the address to you guys.
Well, that helps.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm going to give this to you, Fallon. He just got a text, which means Newt's cell phone just pinged a tower.
That's true.
If you want to try and...
We also just have an address.
Well, yes, but he's going on at 10, so that's several hours from now.
We do.
Has the kid lied to me?
You mean in the past?
Yeah, like or like maybe not. Maybe the very beginning there was like, but I mean as of recent, like has there been a like look eye to eye kind of thing, or like I'll call him on his shit, but it's not too bad, or is it like is he still trying to fuck with me?
He's lied before about like, hey, did you take that bag of drugs? Like, no, man, totally not mine.
Yeah.
He's bad at lying to you. You know when he's lying to you.
Okay, cool.
This is not the kind of thing he would lie about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just out of curiosity, the shows of the K for K playing at 10.
Yeah.
If just having looked through them, would that be at the Fluffernutter or the Velvet Panties? Doesn't matter.
You mean VPs?
Yeah, VPs.
VPs.
Oh, it's called.
Adam has this look in his eyes, and I'm terrified of.
I
I'm
know.
excited.
I can't wait.
Just trying to think of the right. Damn it! I'm not gonna get it. I know, thrilling podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna. I was trying to make a good anagram for VIPs.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
velvet
yeah.
something panties.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't. I missed it. I didn't do it. But if you guys think about it, it's VIPs. It's velvet something panties.
All right.
Okay.
What is it? But you'll figure it out.
Why did I come up with insatiable? That's terrible.
Velvet indigo panties.
Velvet
Velvet
indigo
panties.
panties. Yes. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's at Velvet Indigo Panties. Yeah, that's where the.
I mean, powers for evil. We could just find out where he is right now. We could also wait till 10.
What time is it? What time of day?
It's
is
about
it?
6.
We got time. It's gonna take us that long to get.
Oh yeah,
In
this
traffic.
shit's probably in the valley. It's gonna take.
Actually, it's probably or like the downtown toy district, like
Yeah.
that.
We're
Like,
just gonna sit.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit on the 10 for the next 4 hours.
Fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
I'm totally okay with that. Not literally role playing it, but
Right.
like.
All right. 1 through 4, it's in the valley. 5 through 8, it's in Hollywood, and 9 or 10, it's in downtown. Wait, no, 9 or 10, it's in the valley. 1 through 4, it's downtown.
Okay.
So, because it's more likely to be downtown or
Yeah,
Hollywood.
we don't.
So,
I don't
okay.
go to the valley.
7, that is Hollywood. So it's in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
Still-
still sitting in traffic for
yeah.
about 7 hours.
Still in Hollywood.
Yes.
Concrete Blonde song.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm old. The it's not too far. I mean, he'll probably be getting there, getting ready. I mean,
I was gonna say,
they're
it's
kind of
gotta-
lazy for load-in.
Yeah. We might as well just see if we can head him off there. It's not worth it.
That's fine.
Also, again, outstanding moral citizen. I signed a contract.
With whom?
It's when you get your certification. That's like one of the things they make sure that is explicitly on it.
Yeah, but it only counts if you get caught.
That is really not how this works.
No, you're totally wrong. That's totally how that worked.
Damn unseelie.
So we'll talk later.
Okay.
It's the entire drive is just a moral lecture.
Yeah. I was gonna say we have time.
We do have time. All right, so.
Nice. By the way, you guys know that K for K, King for Chaos, is like Newt is the only Fae in the band. The rest of them are mortals.
Interesting.
So, they're his enchanted mortals. They're
Right.
they're dreamers of his, but
Right.
yeah, but or not enchanted. But they're not enchanted because that means specifically like they're aware of the Fae realm and they
You basically imbue them with a little bit of your own glamour.
exactly yeah. So they are sort of he's cultivated them as dreamers. He
It's
gets
a group
glamour
of
from there.
creatives. Yeah, that's the way you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A Fae would love Happy Jacks. I'm just saying.
Oh, right? Oh my God, yeah.
There are
yeah.
probably tons of Fae who just play
Yeah.
tabletops.
Me.
I love
Hey.
little things. I told you there was a fairy in the boggarts.
Right? I love that fairy in the boggarts.
I'm a bad person.
Stu kind
Yeah.
of looks like a boggin.
Kind of does. Yeah. You're kidding if you think he's not going to show up in the game.
Stu, it's just
Right, yeah.
Stu.
Yeah.
We have to
Right,
go to
yeah.
fair. We have to go to fair in this
I
game
know,
at one
right?
point. We should.
Again, headcanon.
Northern Fair, go to
Fallon-
Slough Fair.
Fallon? We're going to Slough
Yes. Oh, yeah. yeah.
Slough Fair.
Sluagh fair. Okay.
I think yeah, I was going to say, like, Fallon likes fair.
Yeah. So you guys going to go to the club, or are you going to go try and find him, or are you going to kill some time, or what?
I think we're probably just going to head straight to the club because
Okay.
it's 6. It's going to take not to actually play it, but it is actually going to it would take us a little time to get
Yeah,
there, and I can't imagine I would ever want to show up anywhere late.
So you get to the club. It is pretty deserted because, yeah, I mean, you get there. It is literally like it does take. It's about 7:30 when you finally get there.
Just to like stake it out at the
Yeah.
Starbucks across the street.
Okay. Yeah, there's a Starbucks across the street you can
Yeah.
hang out at. Yeah, it's funny because like literally it's like 4 miles away, but it takes you an hour and a half to get there pretty much. And that is realism in LA.
Cries in Los Angeles.
Yeah. So so there's a Starbucks across the street. It's on Sunset. It's basically it looks like it looks like a storefront, and there are some mannequins in front of it that are kind of dressed in like post-apocalyptic, like Wastelander type gear, and they're in all this like post-apocalyptic armor type stuff, except the only thing on their bottoms other than like thigh-high boots and like scrounge armor
Chaps.
is velvet indigo panties.
There it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
But otherwise, it looks like an abandoned storefront. and there's a Starbucks across the street.
Because they're always in.
Well,
So yeah.
Wait, this is California. It's a coffee bean.
Right. Oh yeah.
I'm actually gonna walk around the back because they've got to do load in.
Yeah. You see a guy in the back, and he kind of looks at you a little funny, and it's like, "Can I help you?"
Looking for Newt,
Newt.
lead singer of one of the bands.
Which band?
Kink for Chaos.
Yeah, they don't go on until 10. I haven't
Yeah.
seen them yet.
What time's
Nobody's
load-in?
really here except staff.
What time's loading?
Knowing those kind of jokers, like probably 9:45.
Yeah.
Like I look at him like you're not wrong.
Totally dead on ball.
Yeah. No soundtrack needed.
Right, yeah. I mean,
All right.
it's the kind of crowd we get here.
I'll
You
be
Buzz?
back. Yeah, but not looking for not to start any trouble.
All right. We check IDs. We're like, yeah, I mean.
I'll
you
show
can-
him my ID.
Yeah.
Like,
From like 18.
yeah,
No,
no,
I mean,
I'm not.
we're like above board here.
Yeah.
Like it's underground, but like we do things like we're legit.
Don't worry about me. Cool.
Uh,
No one has to worry about me.
Yeah.
Roll.
I hope it's an all ages show because
I'm hoping it's not.
Roll manipulation or charisma plus empathy or streetwise.
My empathy's a little bit
Yeah.
better than my streetwise.
Okay.
On his shoulder.
Is that out or in? Is it an, is it an
So
innie
is
or
it-
an outie?
You can call it in. Yeah, it's
Okay.
on the board.
Okay. So that is 3 successes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. It's just don't want to like get busted. Like,
No.
I mean, people are gonna be like smoking pot and shit. That
It's fine.
okay.
It's okay now.
Yeah, but I mean, like the pot. Yeah, but we can't control the and shit that
It's-
happens in the bathroom.
It's a world of
Yeah,
pure
shit.
imagination.
Cool. Okay. So like, are you
We'll
gonna
be back.
be at the show, dude?
Maybe. I'll be in the back though, so no one gets weirded out. Do you want to wristband us?
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do you want to wristband us?
Oh.
7:30.
Well,
Punctual.
just come back like 9 or whatever,
Mhm.
and doors open at 8:30. And there's the opening band, but
Cool.
like they might be here before. I don't know when Newt and his buddies are gonna get here, but
Do they suck? Are they good? I wouldn't say do they suck. I
I-
would say
I-
are they good?
they're all right. They're not bad. We've had worse. We've had way better too.
We have to have
All right.
music.
No, the opening band.
Oh, the opening.
Oh,
band.
Yeah.
Oh, the opening band.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck real bad. Yeah,
I'm so
sorry.
seeing Wayne's World in my head.
Yeah. The shitty Beatles is not just a clever name.
It's like
Yeah.
a clever name,
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck real bad. So yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll be
I'll
back
say.
for that one.
Okay. So you guys
We'll head
leave,
back.
kill some time, and
Yeah.
you come back.
I was gonna say you could ping him again, and I would actually look for it then.
Oh,
If that's something you want to do,
Yeah.
we can wait.
sure.
I mean, he's gonna come back probably in like hour or less.
Yeah. Also, I kind of want to go into this club.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this to happen.
Do you want to just skip to like going into the club?
I think it'd be
Is
hilarious.
there
fine.
any prep work we want to do before this happens?
No, I mean we know what the thing is. Here's what I'm curious about: is that we will be able to see right away if he's drank from it or not,
That's absolutely true.
and if the band has drank from it, like if it makes a difference for them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how it affects morals.
Well, how will it affect us? Will we just like all lovey-dovey and then we'll fail and the queen will like totally spank the crap out of us and we'll suck?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's actually a good question.
I'm saying it's supposed to like make you super cool and everybody wants to like you. What makes us immune to that?
I mean, I don't think anything's really cool, but
Oh no, trust me, I'm with you. I hate everything, but
I know you do. You're 15.
How dare she?
I
You are
know.
16
Yeah,
at least.
yeah, please.
Oh, wow.
You're only 16. You don't have a rep yet.
Yeah. Okay, that one I got. More importantly, if we do want to go, speaking of 16, can you wait outside?
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, the answer is no for that. Are you going to take the suit off?
No.
Cool.
Whatever. We can
Making
get
sure.
in. I'm not worried about getting in. I'm worried about him drinking from it, getting a head rush of power, and thinking he's actually on the right path.
Dude, maybe we could treat it like a total Medusa situation. We only look at its reflection.
There's got to be a way to calculate.
I'm going to shoot him a quick text and be like, we're here early.
Can I roll intelligence
You
plus great
around.
mirror to see if there's some way to sort of counteract these effects?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know,
Do
what
it.
would be a great idea is
Well, I'll
if
spend
we
a
go
willpower
in and
on
distract
that. Okay.
him front while he just goes through his shit in the back.
I figure it's kind of important.
If we have to bring... Oh, we don't have to bring him. We just have to bring the
Oh,
chalice,
no, if
right?
he wants...
I'm bringing him.
She wants
Oh,
him.
she
she
wants
wants
him
him.
back
Oh,
too.
I
yeah.
got 3 successes.
Ooh.
2 tens
Got
and
it.
the willpower.
3 successes. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
job, dude.
Yeah, you remember some legends about this. It's starting to come back to you. But there is a way to break the magic of the chalice, and that is to break the chalice.
Oh, God, no.
No, we can't
So-
do that. That doesn't belong. Oh, wait,
It's
it doesn't
only-
belong to me, so why do I care?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
Let's not
So-
get in trouble.
So
I love the
Well, I share
external
that
internal
information.
monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she has that all the time.
I don't want to. When I say that as GM, I don't want to like rule out like, oh no, you shouldn't do this. Like you could totally do this. Like there's like you're not gonna like get executed for breaking the chalice. There will be consequences, obviously, but you know,
I love consequences.
yeah. So
consequences
they
are
might
good.
be worth it depending on what you see and what
I
happens.
share that information with the group.
Yeah.
My thought is that we go in through the front and
Oh.
distract him if he's on stage or whatever, and you schmooze. I don't know. You seem to know him now. And you go through his stuff.
Well,
Oh, you know what? There is another way.
Jules kiss.
Sorry, no. I just thought of something even better. If someone more attractive drinks from the chalice, they can steal it away.
This is such an Adam game.
yeah,
Shirt off.
I was gonna say someone more attractive or someone with more abs. Oh wait, it's the same
There's a-
thing. That's
there's a
right. My
great-
bad. Yeah.
There's a huge equal sign.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't understand your question.
I'm gonna
The
spend
Venn
next-
diagram is just one circle.
Yeah, I'd like to
No,
spend the
it's
next 3
8
hours
circles.
just doing sit-ups.
Yeah, and this is the montage of everyone just like doing crunches. We keep you down, you're the best around.
Okay.
He's gonna drink it before he goes on stage.
Oh, of course.
So then let's not let that happen.
All right.
And so I pinged him and said, like, we're here early.
Yeah.
I want to talk before you go up.
Okay.
Well,
He texts back a little bit later. He's like, "Cool. Be there in 10. Super pumped you're here, bro." And what?
Kay, don't drink it. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
You see the Newt is typing ... and then nothing comes.
He already had it.
Red 12:30.
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
7 o'clock.
He already had it.
Yeah, I figured.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, that's not the end of the world because it might help him when he goes to talk to the seneschal. So.
We can only pray. So the only other thing that'll stop it is if someone drinks it and just happens to be more attractive. That's such a weird. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But attraction can come from within. It's not
That's
just
what I'm saying,
physical.
like, says
Since
the
when?
Sluagh with a 1 appearance.
Yeah, I know.
Sluagh.
There's a clue. I'm just going to tell you guys. There's a clue in the logic, but I'm gonna let y'all figure that out.
I think that's
So, okay, so you guys go back a little bit later, or so you guys are there. You guys get in. You're waiting. There's maybe about like 20 people there already, and they let you in, like because you're with him. They don't card.
You're with the DJ.
Set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I had 7 wits plus subterfuge dice saying I'm going to get the F in.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I still like my plan. You go through his stuff to find the chalice while he's talking to you.
I'm cool with that.
We still need to bring him in.
We will, but like I'd like to also have the chalice for sure.
Yeah. So you guys, what are you guys doing when you get into the club? So there is music playing. There's the first band or the opening band is doing a little like they're kind of warming up.
Tune up and
yeah,
stuff like that,
they're doing their tune up. Yeah. Yeah. What are you guys doing? Do you like get a table? Do you mill around the bar? Are you like wandering? And
No, I'm gonna try to go backstage because that's where he's gonna end up. That's where he's gonna end up going.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll check it. I'll try with you, but afterwards I'm getting a drink. Oh,
is it on or is it off?
Oh, has my mic been off this whole time?
Not the whole time.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay. Yay.
Weird, but yeah, I'll probably follow you first.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna try and go backstage with
Yeah.
Tommy.
And also, let's not try to immediately steal his stuff, even though it's not his stuff.
You want to give him the chance to do the right thing. I agree completely.
Yeah.
I just have also had to interact with him before.
People change. Seasons change.
It's so good. It's so good.
Just go. Let's just go.
And what about you, Maimrie? Are you gonna?
I'm just going to follow them. For right
Okay.
now.
All right. So you start to head backstage. There is there's a bouncer type in front of the stage. She's actually like kind of she's not small, but she's not huge either. She's kind of like average sized, but she's got like sleeves of tattoos up both arms. She's wearing like a cut off T-shirt with the with the logo of the VIPs on it, and
It's just a bright, luminescent G-string.
yeah, right.
Sorry.
It's a UV reactive,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
T-shape,
100%.
and then
Right,
you realize
yeah.
it's a G-string.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's it's the V of the VIPs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got kind of like mousy hair, a little like dishwater blonde, kind of pulled back in a rough ponytail. She looks like nothing to really worry about, except when you really notice, like under like those sleeved arms are jacked.
Our guns.
Yeah, like
I respect this
yeah.
immediately.
She got definition. She's like, whoa, sorry, only the bands and staff are allowed backstage. So, if you guys want to find a table, get a drink, chill out, and band will be on in a little bit.
We are with the band.
The gentleman outside, I let him know why I was here, and he said that I can go to the back in order to speak to one of the band's lead singers.
Oh, you're the cop Joker was telling me about. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Of course his name is Jim.
I don't think there's many other cops here.
Okay, just let me see your ID. Just cover the base.
It's like I do it Dragnet style,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
in that same kind of wallet kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, she does go classic. All right, like, don't cause trouble, okay? Like, I guarantee you, we're clean here. Right? You can tell, like, these are people
Like, so
they're,
scared.
they're like, fuck, a cop, like, fuck, and, like we think we can make it, but I don't know. So she just kind of like pulls the curtain aside and like lets you guys go back.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go down the hallway, and it's very dimly lit, sort of this dark, like red just like red lighting, very saturated red lights, and there's you see like an office, and then and then a little further down the hall you can see a room where it's like there's a curtain kind of it's kind of tacked aside, and you can see in it, and you can see you guys see some members of Newt's band in there, and they're like tuning up and all that, but before you get there, a figure steps out of the office as you pass, and she steps into the hallway just behind you, and she says, "I'm sorry, can I help you, folks?" And you turn and you look at her. She's got kind of rich brown hair and kind of like a like a little, what's that? Like the Rachel cut?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
okay.
the Rachel.
Yep.
The Rachel.
The Rachel.
Yeah, it's just sort of framing her hair. She looks very slight and very graceful, and she has really dark eyeliner on, and there are horns, like deer horns, popping out of her head that you guys can see.
Okay.
That obviously nobody else sees.
Okay.
Like satyr or?
No, like a puka.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell, like, satyr don't have these kind of horns. These
Okay.
are like little deer knobbies.
Okay.
Horn buddies.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
I said horn buddies.
Horn buddies. Yeah, it's just got
That's
little
right.
horn buddies. Yeah, they're kind of like, that little soft velvety. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And actually, she has them dyed indigo.
Oh.
Cute.
All right, so there's
Velvet
another
indigo
fae
prongs.
in the same place where my Fae ex-boyfriend is. Bitch, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What she meant to say, and I think what she's trying to convey is we're just here to see one of the lead singers from the band who's also in the club.
You're here to see Newt.
Yeah.
Listen. This is my club.
Yeah.
I don't want trouble.
Neither do we.
I'm doing Newt a favor.
Thank you.
I'm letting him play.
Okay.
Seems to be not so bad.
No, they're okay. Their first album was better.
You've actually listened to it?
Yeah, before they sold out.
Trust me, if I could get him to sell out, I would. Look, I'm just trying to work out a thing here, and then I'm going to manage K for K, and we're going to make some money, and we're
cool.
going to get the boy famous, and everything's going to be fine. So I don't know what your business here is, but I'm just trying to do my thing, and I don't need you interfering.
So wait, was it you then that stole the chalice so that he could get super popular?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's good.
Roll.
I am so rolling empathy.
Yeah, perception plus empathy.
I took a high perception because that's what a detective should have.
Yep.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4. Empathy. 1, 2,
And
3.
oh yeah.
Gonna go back
Sorry.
to playing Stop Hitting Yourself soon.
Sorry. And I'm gonna steal some dice from you.
Ooh.
Oh, looks
Oh.
like you rocked it.
And then you said perception, right?
Uh-huh.
So I get to re-roll that one, but I'll do that one when I
Okay.
figured out how many. So I've got.
Oh yeah, because you have a specialty in
Yeah, I've
perception,
got
right?
4 so far. And nope, so just 4 successes.
Oh,
That's still pretty damn good.
yeah. Beat me by 1.
Oh.
That's right.
Because
Give my money.
I got 3 successes. So which brings you down to 1 success, which is just barely
A success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell she's lying. You don't know to what extent or what about, but
Okay.
she's definitely like when she says, "I don't know what you're talking about," that is a falsehood.
But she doesn't feel supernaturally charismatic. Like obviously she hasn't drunk from it yet.
She clearly hasn't. Like,
Okay.
yeah. You pretty much know if somebody is drunk from this. Now that you're aware of its existence, you'll know if somebody has it. Yeah.
We're aware, obviously, other Fae live in the area.
Yeah.
Is it immediately obvious? Like, is it like we can kind of, if we're standing in a crowd, is it obvious who would be Fae, who isn't? Just
Yeah,
the hang-up?
yeah, you can see it unless somebody is actively suppressing it. So,
Okay.
in order to actively suppress it, you have to sort of give yourself over to banality very briefly. So it basically causes a banality trigger, which means you have to do a roll, and you might get more banality from it. I don't know. We'll look up the mechanics when we need to, but
That's fine.
yeah.
It was more
But yeah.
because I'm just wondering how many other fairies are in this club.
You actually, you realize there were like 3 or 4 out of the 20 or so people that were in
Wow,
there.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
No one else on the staff, but yeah, there were quite a few others.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I would say generally in the world, Fae are about 10% of the population.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
That's still a lot.
So maybe even less than that.
Okay.
So what?
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to make
it's
the world a little bit more magical,
Yeah.
it's more magical.
Yeah.
It could
That's
also
fine.
be Los Angeles could be just more magical.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Yeah.
think that probably
Yeah.
California is probably a little bit more, just because.
Yeah.
Except the middle.
Right. Yeah.
Except
yeah.
the middle.
So yeah, and especially Los Angeles, it's a place where people are drawn to.
It's a city of
for-
dreams. Hollywood
yeah.
has to have a bunch of fae.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 It's the Fae who run Hollywood.
Real quick,
yeah.
I just looked at skills, right? And one of my things for sharpened senses is reduce all perception targets by 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that makes a difference in that interaction or not.
It would if you had rolled a 5 on any of those.
He
Those
did
would
roll
have been
2 5s after that.
Oh, okay. So then that would mean instead of 4 successes, you got 6
I
successes.
don't remember. Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
got 2.
Okay.
Right? The
Okay.
other 2 were 5s.
Okay.
Okay, so then you got 6 successes. So my 3 brings you down to 3. So
Three
you got a
successes, okay.
solid.
So
that
yeah.
changes
Oh,
you
you're
from
lying.
a barely got it to a
Yeah.
solid. Yeah, definitely got it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, she is definitely lying. She knows exactly what you're talking about. Whether or not your guess is right.
Yeah.
You
Is a
don't
different
necessarily.
story.
That's a
Okay.
different story. But she definitely knows about the chalice. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so yeah, So she says, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just trying to make some money off this band
Okay.
and get them some money and fame too. Everybody wins."
I look at both of you and I go, hold on. So that was a good first try. Now I would really appreciate it if you had enough respect not to lie to me and actually tell me what you know. Please.
Okay, that sounds like manipulation plus leadership.
Yeah, actually. That is a good.
Whenever you need me to just pick her up, let me know.
So I have no
This
leadership.
is one of my favorite parts of White Wolf is figuring out like what is this role.
Like I say, this is the first role-playing game I ever played where there was a discussion about how to make a role.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
game I played before was just, that's the role.
That's
Here,
it,
there's
yeah.
a little bit of...
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I like about it. I like Cortex Prime for doing that too with the values and stuff.
Cortex
and,
Prime really took that to the nth degree.
Yeah.
But this is sort of like the genesis of that thinking.
Right? Yeah. And I know some people don't like it. Like Stork's talked about how like he does not like it. He thinks it takes him out of the
I personally like
to-
saying what
yeah.
I want to do and then building a dice pool.
Yeah.
That doesn't take me out.
Yeah.
Same here. Okay.
My manipulation is 2. My leadership is a fat nothing. So if I subtract 2, then I have rolled.
So you get so in that case, this is a great example. So you're basically down to a chance die. So you roll 1 die.
Yep.
If it is a 1, then you have botched. So if it is anything other than a 1, if it's a success, it's
But
still
wait,
1 success.
You can
If it's-
still spend a willpower to give yourself 1 automatic success.
That
on
is
the
true.
roll.
Yeah.
You've got
won't-
7.
Basically,
Yeah.
it stops you from the ability of botching because
Yeah.
the 1 will take away your willpower. But you could potentially have 2 successes instead of just 1.
Oh, actually, I think you can't spend a willpower point
Oh,
on
no.
a chance die, right?
Oh,
or
you're
can
right,
you?
because
I
chance die is
might be
so
wrong. I
special.
can't remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not a botch.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
a failure.
Okay. So just
So,
fail. Okay.
okay.
All right.
So we are still at the same place
Yeah.
we were before.
So, here's, I would really like the 3 of you to just leave my club. If you're not here to listen to the music and get a little inspiration like the rest of these people, then just leave me alone, all right? and leave Newt alone. We got this, and I don't need you interfering from wherever you are.
Did the Queen give us something to show us, or did we receive anything from the seneschal that would establish that we are on a mission from her?
Not from the seneschal, but you have emblems that signify your title, your sovereignty at Port Estrella.
Okay.
So yeah, so you have it's a sort of emblem of authority saying, "Hey, look, bitch, we got titles."
It's sort of
So
my next move.
It might work. Yeah.
It's that or the multi-tool.
Well, no. So you. Like, I want to be very cognizant. Like, I feel like I've done a lot of talking lately, and I want to make sure, like, you guys get in on this too. Like,
I
there's
want you to look at the one in manipulation I have and try that again.
that's fair.
But you can
Okay.
you can do other things. Yeah.
I am aware that I am still a 7-foot troll.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So-
and actually, I've been kind of using that to my advantage.
Yeah, I've been standing behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that my points are more in dexterity and stamina.
Yeah.
But like, I am still a 7-foot troll with
Yeah.
At this point, it's a fuck off sword.
Right, yeah. She doesn't see computer nerd. She
No.
sees troll with fuck off sword.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can try and do a
I mean,
yeah.
and as soon as I open my mouth, it's not going to be intimidating. So I know
you
to stay
could use
quiet.
appearance plus intimidation.
I don't think I'm intimidating.
Talents.
Oh wait, I have a 1 in intimidation. And 2 in appearance.
If you do not have intimidation,
I'm
that is-
not an intimidating person, guys. I'm
Which
a nerd.
makes this more fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a
You got to.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
a
got
10.
10.
That's a success. Yeah.
I'm a kind of intimidating nerd.
Okay, so she kind of
She just growls. At
yeah,
you.
she kind of like she
awesome.
yeah, she so she like starts to like she starts to like grab because you look the weakest, Maimrie. So she starts to grab Maimrie, like she's like gonna like grab her arm and start dragging you guys out, and then she looks at Fallon and look, I don't want any trouble. Okay.
Oh, no. You have trouble. Do you understand who sent us? The seneschal of the Queen sent us.
There it is.
The Queen, who is responsible for this place, for our subject, which is now your freaking boyfriend, you bitch. So, I'm getting all kinds of answers.
I look at her and I'm like, just go with it. Like, just go with it. Like, look, I feel your pain. Just go with it. Like, that's the kind of look that I give her.
Please.
We need to find this guy, or else everybody's in trouble. Your little shit club and everything that I like, which is a lot of things, could go away. And frankly, you're going to go away first, I swear.
Please ask permission before touching my friends.
Yeah, because next one's right in the tit.
I would like to just grab Maimrie's
It's got to be a roll. Yeah.
You had a chance to speak with me. Now you get to speak with them.
And it's just going to be so awkward now.
Oh God, I love it. Okay.
I love this character already. This is
I
so
do
much fun.
too. Yeah. Manipulation or charisma, plus intimidation.
Yay! One.
Oh,
That's
hey,
a 7, sorry.
that's a success though.
Yeah, I got a success.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Okay. I thought we flew under the radar here. You're telling me the Queen fucking knows?
No
Fuck
shit.
yeah!
Sorry, my phone reacted to something I said.
Queen.
Okay, that's
All right, I'm going to give you a golf clap on that one.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
my phone was like, "Yes, Queen." Okay.
Calling Joey.
Siri is not that smart.
I got it. I didn't do this mistake. Oh, that was good.
Oh, so good. Oh my God. I got to figure out some sort of Benny's thing to give for you guys when you make me laugh. But that'll be way too much, probably. Okay, so you're okay. So clearly the fake we made didn't work. That's fine. Let's backtrack. Let's get this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to run to like fucking Kansas. You guys are not gonna tell anybody. I've got like $1,000 Will that like buy me some silence, enough time to get away?
Right. I once again reach into my pocket, pull out my badge, I show it to her Dragnet style, and goes, "Ma'am, we'd like you to come with us."
Have we been loud enough that it's been anyone else's? Have you been loud enough that anyone else?
Well, probably Punch in the Tit probably got the attention of the of our friend outside, the bouncer.
Wait, damn it! I hate it when I roll a die for like an odd or even, and then I forget to decide what it is before I roll.
Yes.
Okay. So
The answer should always be odd because it's always odd.
oh yeah. Okay. So she like spins and bolts.
I'm going after her.
I yell, "Security!" Or I don't.
Yeah, you can.
Security.
No.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
Go. I give her the nod.
So she bolts,
I'll be back.
and just as she does, you hear a voice behind you go, "Tommy!" Fuck, Maimrie. Fuck.
What? No hello?
I look at Maimrie and I kind of point after the what was it? It was not
The
a poop-
puka?
The puka.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah.
poopsie, but that's not right either.
She said her name was Sammy. Let's say
Sammy.
yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah, let's say
Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy. I say, would you mind helping Fallon?
Kick him in the nuts.
Okay. That's why I would like you to help Fallon. This is a learning process.
Just because you're being patronizing. And I'm going to run after it.
I look at Tommy and go, "That's what I do."
I'll watch her.
All right. So Fallon and Maimrie are going after Sammy.
Yeah.
All right, and then Tommy's gonna
I'll talk to Newt.
Newt. Okay. All right. So so let's deal with Fallon and Sammy first. So you guys like chase after her, and like Fallon, you burst like through the curtain, and I need an opposed strength check.
Strength.
So, yeah.
Damn it.
So strength plus brawl.
Okay, that's slightly better.
Um,
I'm still a nerd.
Remember willpower, guys. If it's
Yes,
important,
yeah.
spend willpower.
W- yeah,
It does come
spend-
back.
I
relatively
might. We'll
quickly.
find out.
It's okay.
How does
yeah.
it come back?
It comes
Oh,
back
from
by
sleep.
acting with your legacy and with sleep. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
The
was my
legacies.
yeah. So remember your legacy and the thing that the behavior that your legacy implies.
Yeah, I need to make
I've
note cards.
Yeah.
Never
Right?
going.
Yes.
I'm never going to get anything from Legacy because I think it's just if people act like idiots to me, I'm a bumpkin. So
Oh, yeah.
as long as I know what's right,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's never going to
I
happen.
mean, you guys are gonna have to look at that and keep
Yeah.
track of them. I won't be able to remember every moment when you do
Nah,
it.
it's
But,
We'll work
Fine.
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes.
But really,
Yeah.
the mechanics behind it
deal.
is relevant. It's supposed to be more of a guide for you to role play.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
2
incentivize
successes.
certain
Yeah.
behavior.
Oh, okay.
But if we're always going to behave that way, there's really no reason
Did
for
I
that.
do
incentive.
it?
So she also got 2 successes. So
Oh, shit.
so you plow through and like and the bouncer chick, she like she's right there and she like steps in and like puts her arm up and blocks you, and you guys kind of like just collide into each other, but it's like brick versus brick. So you just kind of like stop and you're like mortally you're face to face,
Yeah.
but like like
Yeah, I still think Fallon is still tall, but like clearly
Yeah.
not troll
Yeah.
tall. So it's just this really awkward, like, oh no.
yeah.
Also, like, I don't want to touch you.
So, yeah. So
Meaty slap.
right. So Maimrie, give me a Dex plus Athletics to make sure you can like get by them and not get tangled up in this tough guy.
3.
Wait, oh, ooh,
It's just a pile up.
yeah,
My
Yeah.
dexterity of 3, my athletics of goose egg.
yeah. So you go slamming into the back of
The bouncer.
into the back of the bouncer
I
and
like
Fallon.
her.
So yeah, she's pretty awesome actually. Her name is Karen.
Oh.
I like the idea of Karen. I just wish we hadn't met this way.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. So you guys slam into each other and entangle up, and let's see how far Sammy gets.
Forget I'm playing someone who's painfully awkward.
Okay. All right. Sammy is moving, but she's not making exceptional progress. So, because the club's starting to get packed, and there's a huge line to get in.
Should be autistic people.
Oh.
Jim.
That's not right.
That's it today.
Yeah, I take it back.
Awkward people. Yeah.
Yes.
The awkward
Yes.
people. Yeah. Okay. So Tommy, you're in the back.
Yeah.
Newt. He's like, the fuck, you brought Maimrie?
Kind of had to.
Why?
Well-
like, we broke up, right?
Yeah. I was told multiple times today.
Dude, well, I'm glad you're here, because the show's gonna fucking rule, brah.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
I hope you play a lot of stuff from your first album. But
Dude,
where's the cup?
I got no idea what you're talking about, brah.
You shouldn't lie to me. I would really appreciate that.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll to see if he is. I'm gonna roll to see if he is actually, because he hasn't. If you said he hasn't been lying before, but if he's being super, what's the word I wrote? Legendary charisma.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, okay.
Yeah, does it feel like he's got legendary
So-
charisma oozing off of
Yeah,
him?
exactly. So would it be perception and whatever,
I'm going
or
to
is it
give this one
automatic?
to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going
He's
to give
lying
this
like
one to
shit.
you.
Yeah.
He is not legendary charismatic yet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And this
There's still
yeah.
time.
This is his I'm totally not lying, bro.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Lie.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah. It's like, dude, like, no, like,
You're gonna feel dumb in about 5 seconds. So just take a moment. Your manager already fessed up. She's running away. She's trying to leave you holding the bag. The queen is pissed and wants your head.
That's a new one.
So where's the cup?
the queen,
Yeah.
so she knows.
Uh-huh.
I thought she wasn't gonna know.
You've thought a lot of things that haven't quite gone right.
Oh yeah, I did.
So I'm here to help you out. Where's the cup? And yeah, where's the cup? And you're coming with us after the show.
Can I just have like a little sip first,
Nope.
and then, please, bro, this is like gonna like blow up our career. Like K for K is gonna like take the fucking world by storm, brah.
And
It'll also blow up
you'll
your
have
career.
you'll have
Jail.
no manager. And also the queen might kill you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What?
That's what happens when you take shortcuts instead of actually learning chords.
Wow.
I feel like from the floor, Fallon, she's like, to be fair, you might not die.
That is an epic burn. We're gonna let that burn sit for a second. You two, right? How you untangling? How you?
I feel
Gonna
like
do
Are
I'm
you
it.
tangled in the panties?
just gonna get up.
I'm going to use the entanglement to try to pick the keys out of the bouncer's pocket,
Okay.
because I'm going to need a car to chase that bitch.
The chase.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I don't
Yeah.
know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Nice. All right.
I'm gonna get
Dexterity plus
Larceny?
larceny. Yeah.
Overwhelm her with your apology.
And actually take an extra die.
Okay.
Because Fallon has her a little distracted.
Oh, good
Alright,
job.
So it's 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
keep being mildly
What's that?
attractive.
Yeah. You managed to slip them out. And she's like pushing on Fallon, like the two of them are like.
That's it. I'm leaving
So-
this fucking
so-
club, and
yeah.
I just bolt for the door.
Okay. All right.
Oh
All
god,
right.
child.
Fallon, you're just gonna fight with her.
I'm gonna get up and apologize profusely. It's embarrassing for everyone.
I want you to give me a charisma.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, wait.
charisma plus expression.
Is there like a defense
If I
mechanism?
have nothing in expression, do
Minus
I just
2.
roll? Oh, it's -2? Okay.
Minus 2 dice.
Here we go.
So, yeah. Is that a chance die or is it just one die?
It's
I
just
have
one
a
die.
3 in charisma.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, it's just one die. So, you can't botch.
Yeah.
As long as you've just got one die, you can't botch. It's if your penalties would take you below one die.
Is it too late to lower my charisma and up my attractiveness?
Yes.
Damn it.
Well, at least for this
For this
section.
game, because I'm getting real close. It's like, it'd be funnier. I love min-maxing. It's a 3, so I didn't...
Okay, so just a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
on the floor.
okay. She's like, I'm sorry, you're real cute. And then she... and
Okay,
she...
I guess I know how to do that.
Yeah. And she just, like, punches you.
That's fine.
So, and this is her specialty, so she gets to re-roll that 10. Barroom brawls. So that's her thing. That was not a success. Oh wait,
But she's mortal, right?
she's mortal. Yeah. So
it gets hurt to get punched
but
in
yeah.
the face no matter what you are.
it
With
does.
guns.
It does. So what is your stamina?
3.
3. Okay. So so she does 3 damage with her hit. Your stamina is your soak roll for normal damage.
Okay.
So you get to roll 3 dice, and then each success you get on these 3 cancels out one of her damage dice.
Cool. No enemies.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
That did
She
nothing.
just
Yeah.
took it like.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Christine.
so sorry.
She's like, I'm so sorry, and she just like punches you, and like it's like spoiler, but when Thanos headbutts Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
and she's like, what, you're gonna do something? You're just like, pff, and it just like, and you just like take the hit.
Yeah, she just takes a hit and is like, sorry.
Yeah, she goes, fuck yeah. So okay,
And a friend was made.
and
This is how you make friends with
And
friends
influence
control.
people when
Yeah.
you control, yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so so give me Maimrie, give me a dexterity plus athletics or subterfuge.
Subterfuge it is.
Okay.
That I got in spades.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Ooh. Okay. So you're running out after Sammy, and you see her get into a car near the door, because she's obviously she gets the primo parking, and you click the clicker and you hear Karen's chirp from her car, and it's a little ways away, but you notice that when Sammy is getting into her car, that all the doors on her car unlock.
Okay.
You have a choice.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to try to sneak in the car.
Okay. All right.
I love this.
You're gonna sneak.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sneak.
Okay. Nice.
So
yeah.
Dex with stealth.
Dexterity plus stealth.
I'm going to spin a willpower point. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, nice.
4, 5 successes with my willpower.
Yeah, she does not notice you. Oh, she got 3 successes, but that is not 5. Nice. I had a really good roll for 4 dice,
That
actually.
was actually pretty good.
But yeah, so so she is like you see her, she opens the car and then she looks around and she's like, Joker, don't let anybody in, and or let anybody out, and she's so trying to get that, she thinks she's outrun you, and she's so concerned trying to make sure he doesn't let anybody out, that she doesn't notice you sliding into the back seat, and then she jumps in and starts the car and takes off, starts peeling out of the parking lot.
Texting an Amber Alert hotline. Child abduction. powder blue Nissan Stanza.
Nice. Oh,
Currently seen on the street that we're on.
oh shit.
Oh my god.
Right.
I'm so glad you're a cop right now.
I'm not.
Officer, she just took me and threw me in the back seat, and the car was moving, and I didn't feel safe.
Oh my god. They're still Fae. We need as many as we can keep.
It's not gonna kill her.
Unless they put her behind
not like
iron
we're-
bars.
All right,
The
yeah.
prison is not
gonna
a
be
good
fine.
place for tonight.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
So Newt.
Everything's fine.
So Newt, like, you know, he goes to his duffel bag and he like he looks kind of sheepish and kind of beaten down, and he like pulls out the chalice. It's exactly as you would expect. It is this like gold Grecian ewer, chalice, or not ewer, but a chalice.
Yeah.
There's like, you know, there's owls carved into
Yeah.
it, and you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
dryads as the handles, and so
Okay.
you know, and he's like, dude, like this could have fixed everything, man.
Nope, it's a shortcut. You know better than to take shortcuts.
So you're gonna take it to the queen, right? And then and we're cool.
It'd be better if you took it yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to
Sorry.
phrase that. No, that's exactly it. Be like, we are taking it to the queen.
Aw.
Give me manipulation or charisma plus empathy
Okay. All right.
or expression.
I'm waiting for her to drink it before you
I know, me too.
Before what?
Before he gets a chance to take it away, so
Yeah.
just take a
Yeah.
sip surreptitiously.
Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 6. That's 1, so that removes the 8, but I still got 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of like, we can do it after the show.
After the show.
All right. She's not gonna like actually kill me though, right?
No, I think that we need Faye too much. But you need to get your shit right.
Yeah. Okay. Like, all right. As long as I can, like, you know, keep going with the band.
Yeah. I kind of pause. I look up. I wonder if she'll cut off your fingers. Don't worry
With
about that right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll talk to her.
He's so fucking scared right now.
You'll do fine. Channel this energy into the show. Just get it all out right now.
Fear.
We are not emo, dude.
What kind of music does he play?
Like Mystic Spiral.
Don't even know what that means. But, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's like Fall Out Boy, but screaming.
Oh, there you
Yeah. So yeah, it's like emo rage.
Yeah, okay.
But he swears it's not emo.
Fall
Yeah.
Out Boy, but
It's just
Screaming
emo
is
rage.
my new
Yeah.
band.
Yeah. Right.
What was it? Screamo? Wasn't that actually what it's called?
Was it really?
Screamo?
Screamo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Screamo? Yeah. That kind of, yeah.
It's new metal.
Yeah.
Oh. And you.
And you
metal.
with umlauts?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do a quick montage. As the band plays their opening number, they're okay. They're not amazing.
They're a
They're
high
not-
school band.
They're a high school band, a pretty good high school band, but nevertheless a high school band. And but as they're playing their screamo song, we see the montage of Sammy being put in handcuffs by police.
Me in
As-
tears.
Yeah, you in tears.
Crocodile
Yeah,
tears.
yeah. We'll leave it to future tales how you managed to get yourself extricated from that situation. I think Fallon, and if you're okay with this, Fallon and Karen are like holding like ice bags to their faces and like toasting whiskey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's like a beer can and a whiskey.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you listen to the band, and then and then the three of you escorting Newt back in front of the Queen the next morning or later that evening, and the Queen has her captain of the guard take Newt away, but she assures you that he will be punished. It will not be extreme. It was clear he was manipulated into this thievery.
Yeah, and I'll basically put like he owned up to it right away. He gave it up right away.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuss. We didn't have to fight him.
Yeah, you vouched
Not
for
him.
him. Yeah. And she assures you that her true ire will be saved for Sammy.
And then I do like the jump in excitement. Yay!
Yeah, right, yeah.
Freeze frame.
Right, yeah.
That's the freeze frame.
Yeah, freeze
Yeah. And that is where we will call it an end. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right. I think you set a great tone for this game to begin with.
This is exactly the tone I wanted. I'm very pleased.
I'm very
I
happy
love
as
these
well.
characters.
It was
They are
not
wonderful.
going to be a
I can't wait to
somber
add
game.
Charlie in here. No, it wasn't. I
Yeah.
never wanted it to be.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's This is fun. This is adventure and joy and we'll see what happens with story. There's a whole bunch of things that a whole bunch of story hooks that I have in mind that we can. Sorry. That you guys will get to kind of choose a lot of the direction of what you want to follow, and then as I kind of mentioned last time, I'll sort of follow along with that. I'll throw out story hooks. The ones you don't want to deal with, they just kind of fade away, and the ones that you do want to, the ones you want to focus on, those are what we'll focus on, and we'll see what the overall story is going to be.
Okay.
This to me is one of my favorite challenges as a GM is I listen to what you guys do, and then I try to find ways to put it back into a cohesive thing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I like about it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a conversation.
Right, exactly, yeah. So,
We've had a lot of fun here today.
yeah. I hope you guys did. I had a
Shenanigans
blast.
were had.
That was
Remember,
loved it.
kids.
yeah, that was awesome.
What I'm
Steal
curious
it.
about now is obviously like a 3-hour session is tough. Like, I'm curious as to how this set up your expectations of like, okay, what can I get done in 3 hours? Like kind of a thing. Like I think that's going to be interesting, and then adding Gina into the mix.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and also, this was one I wanted to have. I wanted to have an end to this. This
100%.
particular story,
Yeah.
so that next time we can do our world building and we can start on what will ultimately become a campaign long arc.
Yeah.
Which maybe this affects and ties into, maybe it doesn't. We'll see, depending on what happens.
Cool.
But obviously, we have some characters now that will probably that could feature prominently. But yeah, so we'll kind of see how that goes as far as as far as how much happens in each session.
Okay.
But I'm not terribly concerned about like I'm not concerned about having episodic sessions. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, okay,
yeah.
good,
Like
good, good.
if it's like one serialized story arc, that's totally cool.
Cool.
If it seems like we lean towards episodic and like 3 hours is one story and we do a little thing and we wrap it up, then that's fine. But I'm thinking more of like serialized story over, like just stretching out.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Dig it.
That's
Okay.
kind of what I'm thinking, but we can see we'll also see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So that's the end of our session tonight. So I'll put the calendar up in a little bit, and thank you everybody. That was really awesome. None of you are in other games right now, right? Are you in another game?
Demigods.
Oh yeah, you're in the
Every
Demigods
Sunday.
game every Sunday. Yeah.
And Wild
so-
Wild Talents.
Oh yes, Wild
That's
Wild
right,
Talents.
Wild
That's
Wild
right.
Talents.
Yes. Yeah. Which
They're
I'm
playing
trying to
it
get
with
caught
you.
up on.
brain will explode.
Right? Yeah. I'm actually kind of glad to be down to one game, especially like running Changeling. I'm like, I need a lot
to
of
play
bandwidth.
and to GM.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
It's a lot.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of energy.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited now. But schedule's going to go up. We have lots of games and on Happy Jacks RPG, and then every Friday night at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock Pacifica time is the our advice show podcast. Send us emails.
HappyJacksRPG@gmail.com.
Yep, and see us on all the social medias at Happy Jacks or Happy Jacks Live.
Happy Jacks RPG.
Happy Jacks RPG, all one word.
Yep.
Yes.
That's right. Happy Jacks RPG, all one word, on all the social medias.
Including MeWe.
No one knows why.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
Now
Sure.
it's Shiwi.
Yeah. Shiwi. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, and calendar's going up, and we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Take care, all.